first off, let me guys introduce you to this guy. His name's Josh Johnson. I had the honor of knowing him for some years. I actually known you since you started.
Before that.
Yeah, before that, and then like just watching what you went through on your apprenticeship, and then this is the crazy part I never told you. Jessica kept saying, I was trying to get Josh. And see, I wasn't trying to step on toes with Felix and stuff, right? Because we're good. And I was like, nah, because honestly, I feel like that might cause her, and I should have never thought that. Because you are talented, but where you went was where you needed to go.
Yeah, definitely.
Because those two guys up there are just like, they pushed you to a whole nother level of thinking that you didn't even have. Your mindset changed all the way on that level.
So they both have helped me tremendously, like in my career. But like really, who showed me like the different way of life for real is Dan for sure. Dan, like Jeezy's helped me as well. With Jeezy's like a fucking dad. You know what I mean? Like he's more like the fucking. He's like I can curse. Right? Yeah. So he's like the responsible like guy. You know what I mean? And then, but Dan like showed me like he took me to Miami. He put me on the plane for the first, well, second time in my life. But you know, shout out to them guys, man.
How long has Dan been tattooing now? What, 10 years? Or
probably,
something like that. I think, right? So I saw when I saw him coming up, I was like, yo, this dude's sick. And I didn't know him. You know what I mean? I didn't really know him yet. And what I realized was that dude is snapping. And I sat back and watched it, and I watched you, and I think that's what helped you was like that little bit of boost, and that's just what I like to see is the inspiration of it. Like he inspired you so much to just push hard. Now look, you went from driving, what were you driving before, to what you got out there now, you know? And you can talk about it, you can post about your comments, man. That's your shit. You work for it. Let me start it. This dude came from nothing. Like he was in a bad state, homeless at one time, right? For a long time. You went through your recovery on some stuff, right? And then you got into a tattoo shop and an apprenticeship and you saw something going away. Then you got an offer from somebody. I don't know how that happened, but however you got up there. And I watched your confidence level, your tattooing skills go up. I watched even like your confidence when you're talking about the tattoo. Even to your pricing, it's confident. Your confidence level just shot. And what that did was your artwork went with it. Because you never let yourself second guess yourself, right? And that's what it takes. So that's why I wanted to bring you on here. That was like, yo, this is an up and coming. Like the OGs are gonna have to tip the hat to him, John, you know, Dan.
Appreciate that.
Mark, all of you guys. That's real talk though. Because that's not hate. Like the industry has a lot of hatred in it, right? But the real motherfuckers don't have the hatred towards people because we don't have time to.
Nah, dog, what the fuck?
We don't even have time.
About somebody else for?
You know, when you're working, your ass is more worried about the art and getting that tattoo.
My work speaks for itself. Your work speaks for itself. Like when motherfuckers that actually don't care about other people, maybe you succeed a little bit more.
And look at you. I mean, you're doing good, man. You driving a $100,000 car out there.
A little bit more than that. But
we don't need
you too, though. Come on, man. Come on with that.
Well, you said it. I don't know. I didn't buy it.
But no, I appreciate that, dog. And that's last night when we were talking. I told you I really appreciate you bringing me on here. Because a lot of people know me from like Instagram. They don't know like from driving that car, from you know whatever. You know what I mean? But they don't know where I came from. They don't know,
I watched you, girl, brother. I watched you.
Yeah, definitely.
And I keep an eye on everybody. Like, there's not an artist around, especially in Delaware, that I don't like watch because I like to see growth. And if I like where they're going, I start to watch them more because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna follow that. But even though I don't do black and gray, and that's not my thing, that's y'all's thing. Y'all beast in it. And what I see is you did exactly what everybody says, and that's slow down and pay attention to the detail, and actually don't try to force it in so much.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it all the way being like I don't really follow many artists around here though. Like I follow you, Pete, obviously, shout out Pete, my homie. Like from down here, Felix, you know what I mean? Like the people that I knew back then, you know what I mean? And like if I see somebody that's doing good coming up, I'm gonna follow them.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I'm not gonna like be like we were just talking like so for you, no, you've been there, done that, bro. You've been in the game. You know what I mean? So like you get to watch people come up, and like you as a humble artist and a man, like you enjoy that. A lot of people don't. You know what I mean? Some people hate on that. So like, but for me, to me though, I look at myself as like I'm just starting. Though I'm not even like people are like, oh,
what are you 7 years in?
4. This month actually is 4.
See, that's That right there, guys, is a gift. And it's showing
I've
you.
known you for 7 though, because like that's when, or like at least 6, because that's when I moved down here.
Yep.
That was like when I got clean and all that shit. You know.
So where are you originally from, PA?
Yeah. All right. So I'll get into all that real quick. Yeah. So I was born in PA. I'm from Delaware County, Pennsylvania, like Chichester, Marcus Hook, and then we moved to Delaware, and so pretty much I grew up, man. My mom had me when she was 17. She got pregnant when she was 16. My parents are young to this day. I'm 27. They're like 44, 45.
Yeah, they're my age.
Yeah. So, which was cool though, because I had I didn't have like parents growing up. They separated quick. I have like 2 different sides of the world in my family. Like, my mom's side, they went to college and like they're cool as fuck. You know what I mean? But like they're like that, and then like my dad unfortunately is in prison right now. You know what I mean? And like has been in prison most of my life, in and out. So like growing up, I was conflicted, bro. Like, but I didn't know which way I wanted to go. Like, but I didn't have like a father figure in my life. You know what I mean? So I reverted to the streets. Long story short, by the time I was 15, I was homeless. I had nowhere to go. From the age of 15 to 20, I didn't talk to my mom or like my family. I had no family. I was in and out of like people's houses, sleeping on couches. Definitely slept outside multiple times. Sometimes with friends, yo. There would be times, dog, I swear to God, that me and my homies, like 2 of my homies wouldn't have a place to crash that night, and I would, or like vice versa, and we would all sleep outside.
Yeah.
Like on the porch, and then have to wake up early and get the fuck off this porch because we don't know who the fuck live here.
Oh,
like literally, like at 16, you know what I mean? 17, 18, like yeah, bro. So, and then I went to like this juvenile behavioral facility when I was 16.
Down here?
Nah, they shipped my ass to South Carolina.
South Carolina?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to South Carolina. I was when I went, my mom was like, you only gonna do 3 months. You only supposed to do. I did 13. Yeah, I did 9 months in South Carolina, and they called me like a menace. The place was a fucking shit show, bro. That place in South Carolina. It got shut down 2 months after they transferred me out of there.
Yeah.
Because of how corrupt it was. We ran that joint. You know what I mean? Like some of the CEOs did. There was a couple in there, or the staff, whatever, that like we didn't fuck with. We respected. But yeah, so they shipped me off to Louisiana. I did 4 months down there. Came home, and when I came home, bro, I really tried to like do different.
Yep.
Because like all I knew before that was the streets and all that. But I also don't like to glorify that. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah, but what you're doing is what you just did right there was inspire a kid that is in your same mindset at that time. Absolutely. That it can change though.
Yeah, no, it can.
Because you went from that to where you're going now.
And dog, I'm telling y'all, I was like, bro, anybody that knows me, my mom will attest to this. Any person that knows me from Claymont or anywhere in PA, anybody that knows me from my past will attest to every fucking thing I say. Yeah. So ain't nobody gonna call me on no cap or none of that shit. So I was the last person anybody thought would get right out of my whole crew. Now, granted, a lot of them got right, man. Shout out to all y'all. Y'all know who you are. I love y'all to death. Yeah. But I was the one that everybody, my mom, my best friends, like, yo, he's not going to change, bro. Yeah. This man is going to die soon or be in prison for the rest of his life. Yeah. And I thought that too, you know what I mean? But so whatever, that was my young boy story, like back in the day, all that stuff, growing up and shit. And then when I turned 20, I decided to kind of change my life. I went to a TC. It was like a therapeutic community. And I did 105 days in there. That's when I moved down here. And then I went to Serenity Place, like it was a halfway house.
Yeah.
And it was back before they had the new joint. It was it was after the one burned down, and then they had the house over there.
Okay, yeah.
So I did a couple months in there, and I was just in and out. I did the whole like NA thing, man. I was real into because I was back to like my childhood shit. I got real bad into drugs. Heavy shit. Started with weed and alcohol and all that stuff, and then it turned to pills, and turned to other stuff. You know what I mean? And then so I got clean and came down here and did the whole NA thing, and it all saved my life. I worked dead-end jobs, continued to be broke.
When's your mindset change from that mindset when you were there? When did that change to like, I'm gonna do something different? Who did you step foot in? Somebody had to walk into your path somehow or another
From when I was like when I decided to get clean.
Yeah, like all the way 100 clean though, not not like still faking the funk but getting your way on.
Yeah, no, I tried a couple times to like just kick certain shit and do other drugs or like I did the dog at the time Detox on Kirkwood Highway knew me by face and names on. You know what I mean? Type shit. I was in and out, but I would go at night high as fuck, be like, I'm gonna get clean, and then I wake up not high and be like, fucking, I'm out, dog. I leave, and then you know what I mean, but.
That's real shit.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad you're talking like that because this is showing people that it's real, though.
Bro, it is 100% real. Like, and that's one thing about me is that I get hated up for it, but I don't lie. I'm a blunt person. I really don't give a fuck what people think.
And now you're living a life. You're a tattoo artist. Yeah. You're known like shit. Like a lot of people know you. You're getting. I saw your little. Like I see your little the videos or whatever they call them when they're on the top of Instagram, and I see that you're like. Getting shout outs from people I fuck with, like, damn, okay.
Thank you, bro.
The OGs are showing respect to the young boy. I definitely got to look. And I've always followed you because my thing is like I saw trouble with you trying to get better. And that's what I've always tried to help with. I've always been that, like, the guy that's trying to help people because I feel like if I could just help that one, man, it could change the world.
Absolutely.
Like you talking about this right now could change the world because it could be a kid out there that could have been going to do something real crazy and decided not to because of you.
It's possible, man.
And it is. That's how I think about life, man. I think like the negativity. That's why I didn't want to bring on like a bunch of negative people. And I didn't even. The part of your past you could have said whatever part you wanted to, and even in the future you can say whatever part and leave whatever out you don't want nobody to know. That's on you. You know what I mean? So don't ever feel like I'm gonna interrogate you. No,
absolutely. I told you.
Shout out to the lab too, by the way, guys.
Yeah, shout out to the lab.
That's his crew.
But nah, like I said last night, I'm an open book, bro. I don't really, cause I know who I am today, bro. I wouldn't even have liked or wanted to be around who I was that many years ago. You know what I mean? I'm a completely different person, and I love I couldn't even look myself in the mirror, bro. You know what I mean? Type shit. And now, now
you got diet and shit.
Yeah, bro.
Now you got work for that stomach.
For real, bro. But nah. So the thing that like. I didn't like meet anybody, or like nothing particularly happened. I was kind of like down and out. The chick that I was dating at the time, she had gone to rehab in like Florida. I was staying at her house. I had nowhere to go, and I was on probation. I knew I was getting ready to probably get violated again, and so I didn't know who to call. I didn't know who to talk to. That had like I just wanted to talk to somebody that like had like a good mindset, like not a mindset that I had. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I didn't really know many people like that, to be honest. Yeah. So the only person I thought to call, and thank God I called this person, was somebody on my mom's side. Now, mind you, like I said, I didn't talk to my mom's side for like 5 years. Okay. They didn't talk to me. They didn't want nothing to do with me. They kind of wrote me off. But now I have a great relationship with all of them. I love every one of them. My mom is my best friend. Shout out my mom. I'm a mama's boy to the death of me. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, so I called my cousin, April, and I really didn't talk to her much throughout the time, and I just called to kind of talk, you know what I mean, like just to like say what the fuck do I do type shit, and I told her kind of like the gist. I was like, yo, I'm about to like be back on the streets tonight. I don't got nowhere to go. Like boom, boom, boom. I gotta go see probation. I think it was like the next week, and she was like, yo, stop what you're saying. Like I get off work at like 8 o'clock. I'm gonna come pick you up, and you come stay with me, and we're gonna figure it out. Damn. And like right then, bro, like it was like, it wasn't like an epiphany or it wasn't like a spiritual awakening, but it was like damn, somebody cares. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like somebody who I thought wrote me off, like didn't even want to hear anything I had to say. It was just like, yo, shut up, I'm gonna come pick you up. Yeah. But she was like, don't tell nobody in the family. Don't tell your mom. Don't tell anybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
shout out.
Yeah, shout out my cousin April, man. She saved my fucking life.
She saved your life and didn't even know it.
Swear to God, on everything I love her, she saved my life. And she knows that now. Everybody knows that in my family. But yeah, so I went there. I tried kicking it cold turkey. I sat on the couch for like 2 days, withdrawn, and I couldn't deal with it no more. So I wound up getting high again, and then I went to detox and got clean. And every step of the way, bro, I didn't know what I was doing, but I just like listened to what somebody who told me, kind of like tattooing. Yep. You don't know what the fuck you're doing, so like you learn from other people, and you like see what other people have. You're like, I want that in my life. So like, how the fuck did they do it? Yep. And then I did it.
And now look at you. You leveled up.
Yeah.
Because your mindset went to the right way, man. Like you're not worried about drugs now.
Yeah.
You're more worried about just doing what you love, making money, having fun, doing what you want to do, the freedom that you have now that you never had before.
No.
Now look at you. I love that little. I love that. Is that an apartment you got or a house?
Nah, it's a crib.
Yo, that right in how you did that around the thing.
Yeah, Chavo. Shout out to Chavo too, bro.
That's the name, Chavo.
Young Chavo. Yeah.
He killed that shit.
Yeah.
He killed that.
Shout out Norm too, man. R.I.P. Norm.
Yeah, R.I.P. Norm. That is, it's a shame.
Yeah.
So how's everything been with you? How's this?
Great, man. I mean, the quarantine sucks. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm going fucking nuts. Been sitting in the house for fucking 2 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, though. It sucks.
God, that's a long. It has been. I think the most trying for us around here is that, you know, just like at your shop, the energy that y'all have together when you're there, it's gone right now.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get back in there,
oh, bro, I can't wait.
You know that feeling.
Yo,
nobody understands it except for other artists that are around the positive other artists, and that's what you have. You have a part. Your shop's positive as shit. Everybody there like builds each other up. You talk about each other. You know, it's inspirational, and that's what we are here.
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh, we see that shit too, bro.
That's why I said the lab. That's why I said shout out the lab, because that's a real tattoo shop.
Because we're a family, and we can tell so are y'all. You know, I could tell. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Y'all are definitely family.
Yeah, it's a whole nother thing. We got a group text message we talk about on almost every time. And that shit is just insane. I know y'all probably got something going on.
Yeah, definitly.
I can imagine what them group messages say. People will never know. That's the shit we going to agree with.
Yeah, shit. The shit we talk about in the shop.
Yeah.
Fucking, oh my god.
With your clients and everything else. Yeah. So how your clients doing? They hitting you up like crazy?
Yeah, to be honest, bro, I haven't really answered any of them. Sorry to everybody. And it's only because there's literally nothing I could do about this.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you can feel the same way. Like, what the fuck?
We're not even sure about the May 15th. He said in one interview and in a meeting, he said that it has to go 14 days of it going down.
Or going down.
And it's steady rising. And then with Purdue just hitting that shit, that's scary shoot our numbers.
Wait, what happened?
Purdue got hit with
the chicken joint?
30% of their employees.
God damn.
30% of their employees had got hit with
oh man.
Tested positive, so they gotta cut all that out. So now they gotta close that whole plant. That's why they're getting rid of all the chicken.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I used to work right across the street from Ron Jones in Milford, I think it is. Yeah, I used to work right across the street from that.
I couldn't work there.
Plant place.
When I got out of jail, and when I left Gary Hill, I had to go to work release because I had to get back to society. I guess. Yeah. So they made me go down there, and it was when work release just opened. So it was like that's when they was whipping people's asses in there. And they were like, you gotta get out of here if you don't get a job, you know. And they would push me, pushing these fucking logs and shit. If you did. So I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of this bitch. So I went and got a job at a construction company, but I went into the plant at the Purdue to go get a job. And they took these bitches off the truck in this dark ass room. It was just like swoop, and they cut their heads off. I was like, oh, y'all bitches got me fucked up. I ain't a murderer. Like
shit. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, that wasn't for me. I was like, I'm gonna go sling this concrete.
For real. I worked dead end jobs, bro, my whole life until time.
Yeah.
I think the most I made, like, hourly was like $10.
Yeah, and you only been tattooing what 4 years, so
that's what I'm saying, man. It's like
it's a great job.
It's a great job, but like it's like fuck, dude. If you try hard and like you actually grind the right way and not the wrong way, like you can get good fast. You can achieve your goals fast. But my goals ain't achieved yet. You know what I mean? Some of them are, but
mine aren't even close.
Yeah, not even close.
And I see my problem is the reason why, like, you'll see where I'll grow for a little bit and I'll stay stagnant. It's because I go back into business mindsets where I'm always growing with the business side of things, where you're growing as an artist. You know what I mean? So I love my art and I love tattooing, but mine's more of a story, not really for like that ultimate perfection of. It's more of like when you hear the story behind the tattoo, it's just crazy as fuck. So I love what I do and I love my art, but I love growing everybody around me because it just inspires them to keep coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you gotta figure everybody in here was an apprentice, and they're all just doing, they're doing great. They're happy. It just makes me happy, man.
Yeah.
And that's why I like watching you, and even when you be on there shit talking, I'll be bagging up because it's like you definitely be talking your shit. But it's fun. It's all in fun.
That's, dude, I do it. Half of the shit I be talking, bro, I just be talking, like, I just say it because it's funny. You know what I mean?
And then
like,
tell Mark him and his girl need to be doing more shit together.
Yeah, they're just shit
Because she be making fun of him all the time. Yeah. That shit be making me bad.
It's funny in person, too, dude.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah, shout out Leah, shout out Jeezy, man. Y'all dope, man.
That's a cute couple.
Great couple, man.
Yeah.
So fucking
He
cute.
like 7 foot tall, she like 5 foot nothing.
Yeah. Yo, the first time I met him, bro, he like I knew him from the gram, but first time I met him, he like walked in and I was like, "Oh, what's up, bro?" You know what I mean? I didn't know he was 7 feet tall, but he is.
Is he really?
Nah, he's like 6'5", I think.
Yeah.
6'6".
That's a tall dude. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. He's a good. How's he doing?
Good. Yeah, he just tatted fucking some NBA players. Yeah, off of he went to North Carolina to do it.
I saw the.
Yeah, he killed it, man. Killed that shit.
He stay on the grind. I can't get out. I'm not going out.
See, and then here's another thing, brother, I want to bring up, and this is like I'll keep it on me. Like, I talk a lot about like grind and the hustle and like, you know, this and that and like positivity, but like there's also a lot of like negativity. You know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of times, bro, where like my motivation is gone.
Yep.
I get fucked up in the head sometimes about, you know, shit, like, but like the main thing is like just know that it'll like go away, and like you'll get that motivation back. But you have to do it. Like, it ain't just gonna come back. Like, you gotta pick your ass up and get motivated. Even if you don't have nothing going for you right now, like, it ain't just gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta get it, and you might lose it, or not all of it, or any of it, but like some of it, type shit. But you can get it all back.
And I think that's what's happening now.
Anything.
Like, even artists, man. Like, you see, a lot of people are out here, like Ryan and what's his name, that having a baby. He just put out there. Did you see his thing? He was like, yeah, just like, we were prepared for this, ready for the baby, and they had a whole list of stuff they needed.
Oh shit!
And it's like, damn, nobody's really. How prepared are you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's where, like, we're good. Most businesses should be able to handle it right for the few months, but man, you start getting in, like, mortgages and stuff add up and stuff.
Yo, listen,
so
bills are fucking real, cuz.
Yeah.
Bills are real as fuck.
And when you have as many bills as like anybody, like how many bills you have, how many bills I have, and now you have no income, it's like, okay, what do you do?
Yeah.
You just know when you get back to work, you're going to have to grind hard.
I can't,
7 days a week.
But now that, like, okay, don't get it twisted. The first, like, 2 weeks of quarantine, bro, I was hype as fuck. I've been waiting since I was like 8 for the world to be like, yo, you could stay home and like play video games and not do anything for like ever. You know what I mean? I loved it for like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? And then I'm like 3 weeks in and I'm like, bro, all right, cool. I'm gonna just wait like another week, see how shit goes. And now it's like 2 months and I'm like, all right, cuz I need to get the fuck back to work right now. You know what I mean? For every day of the week. Like, I can't wait, bro.
I literally, that's why I stopped doing. I started doing podcasts here, and I started doing them at my house, because it's like, I come in here, I'm itching, man. It's like, you sending me into the wrong place to just not do something I want to do.
Yo, for real.
And you know you can. Like, you know you can start that machine and just go to work.
I think I've been in my shop like twice since this shit started.
Twice. We're all going through, I think all tattoo artists are going through that. Like, it just takes a build-up of each other to keep each other positive.
Absolutely. 100%.
And like, God, man, I can only imagine.
We talk all the time. Like you said, with like the group chat, like we all like, because Dan right now is in Miami.
Yep.
Jeezy's home, but like Jesse's I think is in Miami. We got like new guys at the shop. But we're not like together. You know what I mean? Like, we're used to seeing each other every day, so we check on each other and like try and make sure that everybody's
good,
cool.
Man.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad, because you got something for us.
Yeah. So like Josh, like I know you said, like, you know, we kind of heard the story and everything like that. But like, where did like tattooing come in to, like, because you only been tattooing for 4 years, and obviously what you're doing now, like, where did that come in?
For sure. I've always wanted to be a tattoo artist. Like, I've always been into art, but I was never like an amazing, outstanding art. Like, I could never do this shit. You know what I mean? Like, at a young age, like, I could draw. I was really into graffiti, like growing up, like a teenager and shit. But it was always like a dream. But I never knew like the art aspect of it. I just thought like tattooing was cool and like it was like drawing kind of. But I was working a dead end job again, and old buddy of mine got me a job down here down in like Milford or something. And I was living in fucking Newcastle, okay? So I was driving like an hour and a half. Now, I was very appreciative of the job that he got me. But for $10 an hour, driving an hour and a half at 5:30 in the morning, it was not cool. And then, so I was in the bathroom at work acting like I was taking a shit, but I wasn't. I was on my phone. And I was like, bro, I don't want to do this. Like, this is not what I want to do with my life. I want to have fun and enjoy what I do, like with work. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So I had this like $30 tattoo kit from eBay at the crib, and I was like, fuck it, man. Like, I'm just gonna tat out the house and like try and learn, and then hopefully get an apprenticeship. Yeah. So I walked. I pulled my pants up and left the work, the job, and
just
then
quit that
just
day,
walked out. And then I went home, and like, though, when I make my mind up on something, like, I make my mind up. Like, fuck this, I'm out. All right, cool. Peace. You know what I mean? But, so I went home. I did like 2 tattoos, 2 or 3 out of the crib. And I feel bad. Like, shout out my homies that like let me tat them back then. You know what I mean? But,
you knew they was getting into though.
No, they definitely did, but
we all knew at the beginning. Trust me, I got a bunch of them come from.
It like hurts to like see some of the first tattoos I've done. Like, not just even them, like in the beginning. Like. But so I did a couple of them, and then and I already knew Felix from down here. I knew Pete. Because I was always in Ken's Underground at the time, like hanging out. They did some of my tattoos, and we so obviously we followed each other on social media. So Felix had messaged me after he seen me like post a tattoo or two. He was like, yeah, we just had a spot open at the shop. Like, I could talk to Ken and maybe get you an apprenticeship. And now, mind you, so this is how I kind of know that, like, I don't want to get into like, I mean, fuck it, like spirituality and God and all that shit. But like, that's how I kind of know like this is what I was meant to do. Because like I quit a job on Tuesday, and by Friday I had an apprenticeship, and then 4 years later I'm here, type shit. You know what I mean? So like,
it's spirit that.
So that's how. So he hit me up like right away, pretty much. That's crazy. And I was like, bro, yes, please, like I'll do anything. You know what I mean? I'll be. When can I come now? You know what I mean? And he was like, yo, come tomorrow. We'll sit down and have like an interview type shit. And like I said, they all knew me, but it was all cool. Like shout out all them guys, Mike, everybody. Like I'm forever grateful to every single one of them, bro. They I mean, I said they didn't change my life. They changed my life. They gave me the opportunity from the beginning. I took it from there, but you know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe I would have got it somewhere else. Who the fuck knows? But they were the ones that were like, yo, come on. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I went the next day, did the interview, and then started like the next day maybe, I think. So yeah, no, not at all. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was like I said, dude. I was in a job that I hated. I was in a position in my life that I hated. I was cool like with myself. Like I wasn't like, like a depressed person or nothing. But like my fucking life sucked. Kind of. It was just repetitive and bullshit.
So you were driving all the way from Newcastle down here
to fucking Milford. Oh yeah. Yep. So yeah, it's kind of funny too because I was driving from Newcastle to Dover for the apprenticeship every day. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm finna move back down here. So I did. I rented a house right over there. At the time, her sister was dating him. They were dating, and I didn't know him. I knew of him from Instagram, but I didn't know who he was. And I had like tatted the girl at the time, something on her arm, and he had seen it, and he was. This is what she told me, and she was like, "Oh, Josh did it, whatever." My boyfriend, and I was only tatted like 2 months at the time, 2 or 3 months, and he was like, "He's only been tatted for 2 months." He was like, "Well, if he wants a job, tell him hit me up, and we'll talk." So I did. I hit him right up. Drove up there. I think it was like the next day or a couple days later. Met him and took took the job.
You know what's funny about that whole situation? Jessica kept trying. Like I say it again, shout out Jessica, even though she don't work anymore. She kept trying to get me to get you, and I'm not one.
Just tell somebody to.
Yeah, I just don't like doing that, right? But if there was a way, I would have had you. Mm-hmm. Even you would still be where you're at today. Don't get me wrong. You'd still be in the lab.
For sure.
But you would have grew just as, you would have done the same.
Yeah, definitely.
You'd be where you're at.
Yeah.
You're destined to be where you're at.
That's what I'm saying.
At the end of the day, how it works. I just like to hear it unfold, so I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
that's crazy how it worked.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Because it worked out for you.
It
You
worked
know,
out perfect.
you just kept grinding. You kept dedication. Your mindset was straight. I'm making it,
Absolutely.
and it's still there, like every day.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a group of people around you that have that same energy, so it just helps.
Yeah, we push each other hard, man.
Hell yeah, y'all.
Very, very hard.
What you got for us?
So, what people? Do you have anybody that you look up to? Anybody that like keeps you motivated? Anything like that?
The first thing I could think of recent, the first person to motivate me to do something different when I lost the weight I lost was Kevin Gates.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was home. I was all fucked up in my head, man, depressed. Over my cousin Duck, you know what I mean? Like, I never really dealt with that. Like, I got with her, like, right after my cousin Donald died. And he was, like, a little backstory on that. He was, like, more like a twin brother. And he was 23, and he died abruptly, you know what I mean? So, it was rough, dog, and I'm still not cool from it. I never will be. And, like, it fucked me up for, like, I don't know, like a month or so, right? And I'm sitting in my room and watching interviews and shit on YouTube, and fucking, and like Kevin Gates, like, lost weight. And like, that's just a rapper I look up to, you know what I mean? Boy's been through some shit, and he's like such a spiritual and like grounded motherfucker, which I feel like I am too. I might be like crazy and loud and like all that stuff, but like I'm a like a subtle person, I feel.
Yeah, you've always been humble.
Yeah, exactly.
Like every time you walked in, you've always been chill. You never been like,
hey man, how's everybody doing? Like
that. The way I think you are on Instagram is just your personality coming
that's just
out.
me, you know what I mean?
Nobody's around.
I'm a shit, dude. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna. I would never wear a suit and tie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to like a job interview, like that just wasn't me. Like so, I'm not gonna change now and try to be like all like professional and like make people like me. You know, I'd rather just be me. And people like me anyway. And if they don't, then
you have to. Because who cares? Like at the end of the day,
fuck, bro.
The who's around you doesn't matter.
No.
Like as long as like not who cares what you're wearing. If they're around you and they're caring what you're wearing or they're caring what you're doing, then they're not really your friend.
Like
unless it's something harmful.
Yeah. Like listen to this, right? And I guarantee both y'all feel the same way. The people you keep around you are the people are around you for a reason. So the people that aren't around you are also around for a reason. So who the fuck cares what they think? Type shit. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. Fuck. I lost. What were we talking about?
What's the, like motivation?
Kevin Gates.
And all of that.
So like just looking up to people like that, man. I don't really have anybody like personally in my life that like I like can say like, yo, nah, I lied. I definitely lied. My Uncle Bob, man. Definitely my Uncle Bob. That man's been through more than anything. But so him for sure. He's like not famous or like anything.
So when Kevin Gates started losing weight and then he talked about it and
why he did it? He talked about it. He talked about why he did it. He was just facing a lot of like demons in his head from his past.
So you related to that?
I related to it 100%, bro.
Yeah.
And so like it kind of motivated me. And like he was like making music videos and like doing like just little shit. And then I was just finding other like inspirational health stuff and like fitness because I've always been into like working out. I've been hitting the gym for years, but I never like took it seriously. It was never like I never ate right. You know, I was never like trying to fucking be a house and like walk around with like 16 abs and shit. Like that just was never me. I just rather be big, but I let it get a little bit too far. You know what I mean? And like I was like that for years. So
I relate to that right now.
You know what I mean? So I was like, fuck it, bro. Let me just try something different. It gave me something to get the fuck my mind right. And I promise you, my life since like October or November, my mind and like my mindset on life and just me, like who I am mentally, has changed in these past 8 months or whatever than the last 27 years of my life. I swear to God.
That's good.
Owen Donald Larry Jr., bro. It's crazy when something happens to you, little or big, and it fucks you up. And then
something comes at the end of it.
And then you like learn about yourself. You learn more about yourself because like that. I feel like in life, bro, it's all about like learning who you are, not like who you want to be or like who or not. I mean, you could be whoever you want to be, but you know what I mean, like who you really are. And I have. You know what I mean? It's just cool.
Especially right now.
Yeah.
This is the time for you to learn it all.
Yeah, right.
When you got all this time alone.
Sitting in the crib.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
So another question, kind of piggyback off that. Do you embrace like adversity? Like every time something happens, like you get better. Like, do you embrace it now?
100%.
Yeah.
I've always been that way though. Definitely more now for sure.
Yeah.
But well, no, I don't want to say always. I wasn't like that when I was younger. You know what I mean? Like I kind of fell into adversity. But since I've been trying to like get my life right, for sure, though, I love adversity. When somebody tells me I can't do something, or like if I'm like fuck, I don't think I could do that. Yeah. Like I might try it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or maybe not. But like or when somebody like when something happens to me, you know what I mean? Like it might suck horribly. Like when Donald died, bro, that shit fucking broke me bad, bro. More than like dog. It's like it's literally like half of me is not here anymore. Type shit. So, like, that's the worst thing that could have ever happened to me, and that happened, and I got through it. Like everything in my life that I've done to myself and caused on my own, or that has happened to me without my control, like I got better from it. Yeah. I've learned from it. Like I was able to grow. Like I was able to learn more about me or more about other people or like situations and just life, because life is crazy, as we can see that. To you know what I mean?
So let's talk about another thing. Let's talk about your art. Like, what is it that you like to do? What's your favorite style?
Oh, black and gray.
Okay. 100%. And do you like animals or portraits? So like, what do you? Because I see you do a lot of both, right? So if you had to say, could you say you like doing portraits more than you like doing animals?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Definitely. Because there are certain animals, bro, I won't do, or I just don't like doing, or I've just done so many of them that it's like, fuck. Okay, another one.
Yeah.
So definitely, because a face, like animal portraits, to me, like you come to me for a tiger, there's like 5 references maybe that I'll use. You know what I mean? But a portrait, a person's face, everybody looks different. You know what I mean? So it's a new challenge every time. It's not the same animal. You know what I mean? So for sure, definitely people.
That's good. That's good.
What about you?
Color. I like color. I can't say that I like animals. I don't know what I really like, because every story is a different art. Mm-hmm. It's just color. I love color with hints of black and gray. Yeah. But I never see. I was taught older with the drop system from Dynamic, and I've used it for so long. And then I went to that new Empire 8.
There you go. I was literally as soon as you were done, I was going to tell you gotta try Empire.
I've already promoted the shit. I took pictures of the bottles. I'm like, yo, this shit is shit.
Amazing.
Because it's already like my 3-to-1. Mm-hmm. That light is a 3-to-1.
Yo, the light, yes.
It's so soft.
Mm-hmm. All of it, bro.
But you gotta get used to it though. You know how like if the first couple you gotta back off for a minute.
Because that light can seem a little dark for, you know what I mean, for a little bit, but let that shit settle in.
It's so crazy. It is some good ass ink. Yeah. They just need a darker dark.
Yeah.
They need to incorporate. They need to come back where they used to have, because they used to have a black. I thought
they do, but I use Dynamic still for my black.
So do I.
Because the Empire black, to me, it like when you wipe it, it just smears.
Yep.
It doesn't wipe. You know what I mean? Like Empire or Dynamic, you wet the towel, you wipe that bitch, it gets off.
Yeah.
Empire, you wipe it and it just smears all throughout the shit. It takes the stencil off.
Yeah.
But their gray wash, amazing.
Yeah. I don't use their black. I use Dynamic. Yeah. That's all I'll always use Dynamic just because that's what that's what I grew up on. Yeah. So it's like I'm not going back on anything else.
I've definitely tried a bunch of different inks, for sure. I've tried different everything, kind of. Yeah. You know what I mean? I've tried a few different machines. I used the Shining Hawk. I still use the older one, or the first one that came out.
Actually, I'm glad you talked about that. I forgot about this damn bag. We had talked. Now, guys, this is no promotional shit, because I already had talked to him about this way before this was even in the mindset. Yeah. I told you I was going to give you guys some machines.
For sure.
And your other guys. So these are just a cartridge holder. I don't want you to have that. So these are the power supplies. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out products now that I like, that everybody else like too, right? So I can use them and then make my own design. Yeah. Like I'm making my own brand, right? Mm-hmm. So these power supplies they're just like, they just got a name on it, but these are for your guys. These ain't for the new guys. This is a wireless power supply.
Oh, fire, bro!
Right. So you can do with whatever you want with these two. I got 2 of these, right? But then I got you
Yeah.
And you know how line works is a motherfucker with a cartridge pen. You know that. All of them, they tend to not run that line as sharp as you want. These machines are just a prototype.
Okay.
But I'm giving everybody in here has one, and I even sell them. But these things here are the truth, brother. They put in a line. They're the best liner I've had. No, even Dom. Yeah, and you know Dom's a lettering guy.
Yeah.
They use coil.
Yeah.
They don't fuck around with. He don't even use coil anymore.
No shit.
But the good part about these ones are, look, they got different size grips and it's wireless.
Oh shit.
No more cords, no nothing. I want y'all to have these. Wow. And I want y'all to try them. I got one for you, Dan, and Mark. And I don't want nothing out of this.
No,
There's
definitely.
nothing. It's just, I just want you.
I'll try it out.
Actually, I got you that other guy too, because you said you had a lettering guy, right? I remember at one time you had a lettering guy.
Well, yeah, guest artist.
Okay. Okay, well, there's 4 in here, so if you get a good line, like somebody that real good with line work.
Well, I mean, Jesse, duh. He's not letters, but he's more like the
line work. That's what I meant. So that one's, you can give one to Jesse and tell him to run a line with it, and he gonna be like, holy shit.
Yeah, all right, bet.
And those are just my like everybody can buy these right now, right? So I got you 3 of these. So you guys can do it with them.
Awesome, bro.
And that's for you.
I've been wanting a fucking cordless power supply.
Now you all have one.
Oh my god, man. That is like the one thing I can say that I hate with a fucking passion about tattooing is cords, bro.
The RCA cords.
Cords.
How many you went through?
Too many.
Yeah.
And it just like when you roll your chair and it fucking gets stuck and then you gotta like take your gloves off, pull the bitch out. Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
So those are, I know you like them. I like it. We all use them. Even Gracie, I gave her one.
Fire. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna try it all out, bro.
And it goes all the way up to 15.
Okay.
And the ones I'm having designed are even bigger grips.
Okay.
So I have the big grip all the way down to a small grip.
Okay.
So you have all that.
I like the smaller grips, and I just wrap that fucking paper on that shit just to get that. Because I like a thicker grip, but I like the cushion on it.
Yeah, that's those ones are rubbered.
Oh, fire.
So you can wrap them, and then they're still, you can even wrap them more.
I used to do that with the when I did run coils. I used to put that fucking rubber grip on there and then wrap it.
And then also, I forgot what I was about to say. Has nothing to do with that. What size? You use 3s?
I use So I use literally the same setup every single time.
Yeah.
For the most part, unless I need something else. But I run 9 mag curved, 15 mag curved. Usually a 7 or a 9 round shader, and then a 3 liner.
Yeah, same thing every time. Yep.
Every time. I mean, unless I need like a 5 liner. Or like if I have like a huge background, I'll bust out a 17 if I need it, but I can usually do all my backgrounds with 15.
Yeah,
for sure.
Damn, the 27. You ever try 27, 23?
Too big, way too. Okay, maybe I could do it now. I tried them back like 4 years ago.
I think now where you're at for your background for like just a light out and it's a bigger space. You use a 23, 27. Same aspect you use it now.
Yeah, dude.
It goes in smooth and quick.
A lot of my homies been telling me
you just gotta move. Yeah. You just don't stop. Don't just keep moving never ends. Just keep it going. You'll be alright. I'll guarantee you with where you're at now, because you can see. I watched transitions from when it looked like you used to smooth out everything with a 3 round, right? Did you used to smooth out, or would you use smaller mag?
Out.
Yeah, smooth out like at the end when you would go to.
Oh no, it was smaller mags.
Smaller mags. You could see it, and now you can
strokes,
see it. Now you don't see them as much because you smoothed it out. Like I've watched
because of the bigger mags.
Yep, that's why I said when you get into big stuff.
Yeah, you can't do a huge. I mean, maybe you can. Obviously, somebody can because there's people that are 1,000 times better than anybody in Delaware or around here. So like you can do huge backgrounds with small mags or small needles, but fucking
how they run that. How they're running.
I can't.
Yeah. What I'm trying to do is get people to know you, right? So we got all the way to the part of you getting in better, and then when you left Redemption, when you left Redemption's Tattoos, you went over to how did that transition go?
So I was working at Redemption, and I was actually working on a day that I was the only one there, and Dan Price had pulled up like randomly to see Adam because I guess him and Adam knew each other from back in the day. And when he pulled up, the door was locked, so I heard a knock at the door, and like I went and looked out, I was like, is that fucking Dan Price? Because I followed him. I didn't know him, but I looked up to him. Like, he was like,
and he's right there.
Yeah. And I was like, yo, is that fucking Dan? So, but he's like walking back to his car. So I fucking go out there. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? Like, you looking for Adam? And he was like, yeah, this and that. And then before he even left, like, I was like, yo, bro, like, I just want to let you know, like, I'm a huge fan, dog. Like, your work's amazing. You know what I mean? Like, I look up to you. I said, you come in, kick it, or whatever. I'll call Adam, see if he wants to come. And you know, Dan being as cool as as he is, he's like, yeah, dude, come on. And we went in and we busted it up, and then he came out with the idea to like start his own shop up here with Jeezy. Him and Jeezy like partnered up.
Yeah. And that's when you were in Delaware City, right?
Yep. Then we
Yep.
So they were pretty much recruited me. Dan recruited me. Introduced me to Jeezy, and then it was just like us three in Delaware City for a while.
You guys outgrew that quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, dude, Jeezy outgrew that like probably before we even got there. He was ready to go type shit. But you know, they did a great job with the shop though. They killed it. I don't. That's another thing. People think I'm like part of owner of the shop, and I'm not. Like I'm definitely not. That's just. I rep it. I work there. They're my fucking homies and my best friends. Like
you're a tattoo artist.
Yeah. They kill it.
Family.
Exactly.
Hell yeah. That's what it's about. And that's something that I think is lost in today's art. It's like you don't have to be the owner.
No.
Shit.
Bro, it's so much
less stress.
Exactly. I've thought there's been a couple times where I even announced it on Instagram one time that I was going to open up my own shop because I want to. I want to own my own place. You know what I mean? I want to design it. I want to do all that. It's fun. It's something that
it's expensive, but it's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fun.
Yeah, but I don't know where I want to do it yet. You know?
Find a state.
Exactly. I don't know. It's not here.
Find that happy place.
Yeah, it's not in Delaware. It's not in PA. It's somewhere far away.
Mine's somewhere all year round nice. If my wife would let me, if my wife was like today, babe, if you want to move, we can move.
Yeah,
I'm going.
Bro, you can do this shop will be completely fine. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then you open up your own shit down there. Boom.
I would just go. I have. Well, this isn't my only source of.
No, I know that
part.
Yeah.
That's the good part. But this one will run 100% itself.
that's what I'm saying. You could be, you don't even have to be here.
No, because everybody here
completely established.
Yeah, everybody here is like here.
Exactly.
And my front desk is good. Alicia runs this shop great.
For sure, bro.
I have Shelby that helps her like. This shit, I don't ever worry about here. No. It's like with you guys when y'all are. Yeah. They know you're there. Mm-hmm. They're good.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
They can just go as they look at Dan's halfway. Yeah. Half time never there.
Yeah. Everybody has a key. Like we're not fuck. Dude. Yeah. We're like the most we're laid back, bro. Just like you guys. We're all fucking cool. We embrace. We have a couple new artists that just started working with us the past couple months.
Shout out to the new guys.
Yeah. Shout out to the new guys. Tommy, Casey, and a couple. But. We embrace them. Like we, didn't. We want them to get better.
How many artists can you hold in your studio?
What do we have now? 8.
Is that a good number?
Yeah, I mean,
it's funny is that's how it is here.
Yeah, dude,
I have 8 employees.
It's kind of like too much almost. Like it's not, but like we can expand if we wanted to. Type already. You know what I mean? It's only
I don't want to get any more.
No. We're definitely not. We're gonna.
Too many personalities. If you can get all the personalities to work together, why would you want to fucking compromise it?
No, we work.
You're not gonna make $1 more, right? They will, but at the end of the day, is it worth compromising? I'm gonna take my money and put it into something else and make something else grow.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm cool with. I want to come home. Like that's how I feel like when I come here. I just want to come home every day.
Yep.
I want to leave home and come to my second home.
Yep.
That's all. I don't want nothing else. So I like having it that way. And I feel like your shop, my shop, and any other shops that I get on here and the OGs that I get on here will be able to see that. Like that's what I want people to see. Because when you watch the shows, like, man, they're portraying the shops to be like straight ghetto.
Yeah.
Ignorant, always fighting. They're showing negativity. And that's not what I don't feel like any shop is. Because when people walk in there, you've heard it probably your shop. Oh, I didn't expect it to be like this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro. There's definitely shops. I'm not gonna name them, but I definitely know some shops that just have bad energy.
Well, Lord knows we all
know
what
I mean? So,
but it's not. That's not how.
That's not what it
that's
shit is. That's not what
we do.
Is. No.
Not what we're doing.
No.
That shouldn't even be anything. It should be all positivity and love because the people that you tattoo, man, I tattoo a judge, cops, lawyers, to a homeless dude.
I tattoo Dude, and that's another thing I love about tattooing, bro. Is like I like guessing what people do, right? Like you see somebody and be like, what do they do, bro? But like I had this one client, bro. He's huge. He looks like King Kong, right? Yeah. He's just huge, big dude. You know, he has like orange hair, and he's cool as fuck, man. Cool as a fan, dude. And he's a chemist. And I'm like, wait, what? Yeah. You're a fucking chemist, bro? Like, you look like a bodybuilder or like
my old
SWAT team member or something.
Shout out to my old trainer.
It's crazy. It's crazy knowing what people do, man.
Oscar.
Shout out all my clients.
He wasn't really like my paid trainer, but that's how I got started, like really getting fitness. Is Oscar, this dude, big swole motherfucker, always walk around look like a motherfucking, like you said, like a gorilla. Just, he just cut up for no reason. Like, and I was like, what you do? He's like, I'm a nurse. I was like, shit, dude, you a nurse? The fuck?
Yeah.
You should be throwing shit, man. What the hell are you doing? You should be running bitches over. Damn. It is crazy. And like, I have the judge I tattoo, his name is John. Judge Adams. He, if you see him, you wouldn't even think he's a judge. You just be like, he's a judge? Yeah. You don't know who anybody is.
Yeah.
Life is so unpredictable of who you're going to see that day. And that's why I love it here. Yeah. And I went into a meeting in Miami, actually, not that long ago, for something to do with the industry. And I met a guy, like a billionaire dude, like just dumb rich. Almost hit me with his car. Looked like you wouldn't even have thought he had that kind of like. It was a nice brand new 5 Series. Yeah. But then when I rolled down the window, and we rolled down the window to talk to me, his whole interior was just like stitched, and I'm like, yo, this is all custom. Like, you had this car made to you. He's like, oh yeah, this is just my everyday.
That's funny.
But lives in this $1 billion fucking complex. Like, you don't know who you're gonna meet. Yeah. And I didn't even know he almost hit me with the car.
Yeah. Life's crazy, man. Shit happens all the fucking time.
So where do you think your next venture is gonna go? Where's your next trip?
My next trip?
You have one yet signed, lined up?
I had a couple, and then this shit happened. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely I want to travel a lot more, bro.
So who do you want to tattoo?
Who do I want to tattoo?
Yeah, like name top two that you would want to tattoo to this day.
2 people that I would want to tattoo.
I know one.
Who?
Conor McGregor.
Absolutely.
Because you said that already.
Yeah.
So who's that second?
It would probably be
Kevin Gates, maybe.
Nah, it would probably be I could tattoo anybody.
Dan Price, maybe.
Fuck yeah, dog. Damn, let me tattoo, dog.
Yeah.
That's my second. That's
somebody you idoled at one time in your life. Yeah. And you're tattooing.
Nah, but that actually is somebody else I do idol though. It's Dan for sure. I don't want to say that. Like I said, there's people I look up to.
Well, when you first introduced you said you was like, yo, I looked up to him hard. Like,
dude, I did, and I still do, bro. Every day. Like I said, he showed me. Like I'm a kid, that like, you know, well, whatever. You know my background, and then like he takes me to Miami and like shows me palm trees, you know what I mean, type shit. And I'm like shit I just seen in movies, and just showed me like, yo, there's a huge different way of life that is available to you if you want it.
But he's doing shit different. Like, see, that's the one thing when you open your shop, learn all of what you can from him, and the stuff that you're not understanding how it's happening, ask him, because those little things.
I ask questions all the time.
Hell yeah, because if you don't, you're never going to figure out what he's doing to help you grow, because he seems like a dude to me that just wants to see everybody around him get better, get grow and everything. So, like with me, I'm going to tell every one of them what they need to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
If this is how you want to open up your shop, let me show you how.
I always say I never want to be the smartest person.
No, hell no. That's why I need a mentor that does more than me.
Absolutely.
Dude, I'm begging for this shit to get over so I can go see Dave. Yeah. He's like, we need to sit down. I'm like, you fucking right, we need to sit down. I need you. I don't have anybody above me right now that like is on the mindset of that kind of growth. I've never been. When you hit certain numbers, it's like different.
It is.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now. Like, I had to put shit on pause because I'm ready to hit triggers, and I'm like, shit, nah, my wife will kill me.
I hear you.
So I just gotta make sure I know what I'm doing. As long as I can cross the T's and dot the I's, I'm ready for war.
I hear you.
So, and that's where when you go to open your shop, just make sure. What I would tell you is this: to open up a shop on a level, like especially now, because you either not coming from some regular shop. You're coming from a high level shop, right? Reputation, the inside, they deck that bitch out.
Yeah, brother.
So like you already have a higher expectation than a normal person getting a business.
Yeah.
I'd put at least 75 away.
Yeah.
Because then you could go Josh Johnson level, like the AMG level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can hit that next level because you always want to level up, don't level down.
See, but like also it's like
But it could be smaller.
Yeah.
Do 30,000, but get a smaller.
Like
place.
that's the thing, bro. It's like when I open, I don't even know if I want to do like anything big. Like I might just do like
a little studio,
private joint. Yeah, like something fire and just me. You know what I mean? Or like me and like another artist and I get an apprentice or something. You know what I mean? Because I definitely do want an apprentice one day for sure. I want to teach somebody because that's how you keep this thing going. I'm not like one of them people that like wants to hide secrets and like tell. You know, I'll tell you if somebody asks me how you do something like this.
And then what happens is you get some people on your heels, and you just gotta stay a little bit of you better.
It motivates you because you're like, damn, he's kind of getting good. Let me fucking.
I'm over here studying shit. When I'm apprenticing, when I'm teaching her, every time she does that, I'm like, okay, why'd you do that? Because I wouldn't have done that, but I need to know why you did that. Like, we gotta figure this out. So, and I tell her that all the time. We're teaching each other right now.
Definitely.
I'm just teaching you the shit that you don't know that I do.
Yep.
That's it. And I let her go. Like, she was like, what am I doing for my first tattoo? I was like, a fucking portrait? Like, what you know for?
Yep. See, and that's the thing, bro. It's like, me, Dane, and Jeezy, like, no matter where we see each other, like, as in, like, skill-wise, we ask questions to each other all the time.
Yeah.
Both, like, Dan will ask me questions, I ask him questions, vice versa with me and Jeezy, we ask each other all the time about art, about, like, we do it, hey, bro, do you think this looks good like this? Should I put this here?
Yep.
What do you think? You know, all the time, every day, bro. We bounce it off every day.
Fuck yeah, that's how it should be, though. But that's why y'all are elevating the way you are, because
there's no egos in there, man. We don't have egos in our shop,
it's constructive criticism in a way of, like, she was just talking, Gracie just talked about this on a podcast, was saying, like, you know, how I am, like what you just said. She's like, I like that because when I'm in it, I can't see what you're talking about until you say it. Yeah. It's the same thing. Like, I'll think I killed that whole design, and then you'll be like, oh, you should change that. I'm like, fuck you, man. Really? Shit. It took me 4 hours to do that. I gotta change this whole shit because now you made me see it.
Yeah, exactly. So, because you don't see certain shit that other people, like, I'll get up and walk away from a design, and I take a lot of breaks in my tat just so I can stretch my eyes, man, just so I can walk away, let the ink settle, you know what I mean, take a little break, fucking go back, look at that, just so I can stretch my eyes, man, just so I can walk away, let the ink settle, you know what I mean, take a little break, fucking go back, look at it, and be like, okay, I did not see that last time. You know what I mean? Thank God I walked away, you know?
Yeah, definitely. We're I love the way it's going. I love the way it's going with you guys, the way it's going here. Yeah. And I feel like that's what I want to, and the reason why I wanted to shout you guys out was because I wanted people to realize that that's a real shop. And I'm hoping that, you know, we can keep that continuing to go with more. I lost where we were going with this because that phone ring fucked me up. That's that burner?
Yeah.
I got OCD like a bitch. And that's another thing, like, artists, like, I think tattoo artists have a lot, is like, we do have like OCD, or like, man, I don't even have a high school diploma. Let's keep it real, I don't even have that. So, but it's because I couldn't focus on school because I was so worried about other shit, like trying to make something else happen. And that's where I'm at now. Like, I had to focus more on, I focused so much on this that I stopped focusing on my other businesses that I had, that I kind of was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, that, a third. And come to realize, like, you could do all of them together if you can get organized, get the right crew, get the right people, get the right everything. And I think in this industry, if more people took business serious, like figured out how to do the business side of this, you wouldn't worry as much about the money.
And see, that's the thing. It's like, just like you said, you have to be able to, like, there's a difference between friendship and business. You know what I mean? Like, and 100%. If you're in business with friends, like, you have to understand that. And that's why I feel like we do so good where we're at, is like, because they're my homies, you know what I mean? But like, when it's time to talk money, like, we'll talk money. And there's been heated conversations.
Oh, there's always going to be.
There's very heated conversations, but
whenever there's a partnership, it is.
But right after the conversation was done, we hugged, and that was it. You know what I mean? And everything got worked out. That's what people do. You know
that's what it's figure shit out. That's that way of business. That's the way a tattoo business goes. Like, it's a lot of, trust me, it was dark. It was dark in here a couple times, letting people go, talking to people, and them not respecting certain things. You know, like I think we all know that side of it. Like, but really, that's because there's emotions involved. Like, you wholeheartedly believe one thing, and as long as y'all can come back from it and understand that you figured it out.
Exactly.
You just gotta figure it out. Like, okay, what's his point? What's his point? And if y'all came back and hugged it out, that means y'all figured it out.
And see, the thing, and the best thing is like when we understand, we're not the type of friends that like co-sign each other's bullshit. Like, if I'm fucking up and doing something stupid, or like we notice something else with somebody else or anything, like we call each other out. Like,
y'all don't just call each other out. Y'all bitches be putting yourselves on Facebook and Instagram talking shit. I see it.
Well, no, but I'm saying like real
time.
shit. I'm saying like real like issues and fucking. But nah, we bust each other's balls.
Yeah, I was gonna say I see that shit.
Yo, I fuck with Jeezy so much, yo.
Yeah, the Eminem shit. He did this thing.
Yeah. I called him a Silver Surfer for probably like 3 months.
God damn.
Yeah, but nah, like we pick each other out. We call each other out. We're like, yo, you need to chill with that, bro. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, because we care about each other. We're not gonna let each other fuck up. We're not gonna. So like when we do have an issue with something, or not even an issue, just a conversation, like it's ended right there. We don't let shit like marinate. You know what I mean? We don't like sit in a bunch of bullshit and like think about it, and then like one day fucking freak out. We talk about it right then and there.
That's how that's hard to find though.
Yeah. That's how I feel like people like that with business are just like that in general.
Yeah.
So like if you're like that in general, it's gonna be.
I don't have a filter, and I just say
exactly.
He could advise, like he could tell you, he could attest for that. I just say how it is, and I just keep it moving.
Yeah.
And then if we have an issue, we figure it out, and then we just done with it.
Yep. Exactly.
We haven't had no heated issue. We haven't even had an argument.
Yeah.
But I'm past the argument stage because the money isn't an issue at all.
Yeah.
Like, the money doesn't even play a role in this business. It doesn't play a role in them. It doesn't play a role in anybody, because everybody here is fed.
Yeah.
And if they ever need it, they just come and they get it.
Exactly. Everybody eats, bro.
So that's just how. That's the only thing that's different, is because I don't have a partner though.
Yeah.
Like we're Dan and Jeezy, they gotta basically kind of come together and say, okay, let's make this happen.
Yep. Exactly.
Where I'm the president, CEO,
and everything.
So it's just easier. Partnerships are a little rough, but if you as long as y'all can stay friends, and you almost have to have, like, for them, they have to have you.
Yeah.
You're like the CEO. You're the one that you hear both sides, and then you make that decision, right?
I mean,
helping to make a decision or no?
I mean, so like
it can help sometimes.
I like definitely like they when the day-to-day basis shit, like the shop run stuff, they completely run all that. But like I feel like we all are kind of that role that you said. Like I feel like we all kind of like if me and somebody are like trying to come to an agreement on something in the shop, like say me and Dan are like debating on something, or like I don't want to say arguing, but just having a debate or like a conversation about something. Like Jeezy will be there listening, and he'll give like his input. You know what I mean? So like it's all like we all just work together. It's like it's literally it's a family. Like it's we. Nobody.
You're learning the business.
Yeah.
You're learning what needs to be where, who should be getting paid what, who should be paying for this, what should be paying for that.
No, I don't got nothing to do with that.
No. That's all them. That's good.
I told them if I'm not like if I'm not part of the business side of it, you know what I mean? Which you know, not to say in the future that can't happen with us. Like we could, you know, open up
franchise.
Yeah, definitely. But like this shop, I have nothing to do with like financially and on the books or anything. So no, to be honest, I don't know nothing about that. I don't want to know nothing that's stressed that I don't fucking need.
You don't want it.
But like eventually, when I'm like, if I'm like, I'm ready to open up my own shit, I guarantee they will help me with whatever, like knowledge wise and wisdom wise. Like they will tell me anything I need to know. You know what I mean?
It's funny because right before you got here, 45 minutes of my time, I was sitting there trying to get the funding so I can just keep their payroll going while this is all down, because they're talking about longer, right? So I'm like, all right, now my guys.
What are they talking about?
They don't know. They got to wait for 2 weeks. Technically, if numbers started to drop within the next week, we can go back by the 15th.
Because that'll be the 15th.
But people gotta just listen, and then I don't know if that's gonna happen because of the whole Purdue thing.
Yeah, that's the first I've heard about that. It's crazy.
No, I hear about it all. I'm on it so much that I'm staying in touch with the direct connect to the board, to everybody, because at the end of the day, I gotta know if it's how much longer this is gonna affect us. Because if it's gonna affect you, it's gonna affect me, it's gonna affect everybody in here. Like, I want to tell people, like, here's some information, just so you know.
That's what sucks, bro. It's like we're in the dark right now. It's like
the
like the unknown.
So on my Facebook, I'll send you the link. On my Facebook, I sent the state of the actual link to all the information you need to know, and they update it every day. That's where you're going to get the most information. But they're still in the dark so much that it's like.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you can get some information, but like
1099 employee. Have you filed for your unemployment? Just turn it on and off.
No.
So let me explain this to you. So if you're a 1099 employee, which you are, start filing for unemployment today.
Matter of fact, I was literally talking to Pete on my way down here. He sent me the link.
Oh,
because I don't like. Yep. I mean, to be honest, I don't want unemployment. I don't want a state check. You know what I mean? But they're fucking not letting us work. So I was gonna have to do it. Yeah.
You eventually have to.
Now it's like, okay, I haven't worked in 2 months. Like fucking now, okay, give me the fucking money, bro. You know what I mean?
That's why I was telling them, like, everybody do it, and then what'll happen is it's still taking a couple weeks to come out, right?
Yeah.
Because the whole state has to figure out how to fund out the money, how to funnel it, right? Exactly. So once you file and you file for it, they're going to give you what's called a retro pay, which means they're going to give you the money from the time you file. So if you get denied this week, file next week. If you get denied, just keep filing. Yeah. Every week you filed, you'll get paid back for it. So that'll help you. You know what I mean? Just in case.
Okay.
And even if when you come back, you still gonna need some kind of money, because there's something there's a supply you're gonna need. You're probably getting close to food being out. You know what I mean?
Bro. Like, that's what, bro. I got dude, like people, you know, making like money and having like a cool a fun life. But see, I say a fun life, bro. I literally don't do shit anyway. I literally sit in the house. Even when I work, I fucking wake up, go to the gym, go to work, go home, play video games, go to sleep. Don't do shit. You know what I mean? But I live a good life because I'm happy. You know what I mean? And you know, but like when you do that, like the bills, bro, pile the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like my bills are heavy, son. Like real heavy. And I'm sure you're right there, way more than me. So like. Not working, dog, is really fucking people, bro. It's really fucking a lot of people.
Well, I just did how much I pay in salary. I just figured out, like, I had to figure out for the thing I was doing for payroll, and I realized how much I put out in payroll and then how much I'm putting out. Yeah, it's crazy, disturbing. Bro. It's disturbing, but at the end of the day, we'll get through it. We just gotta rock it. The good part of me is my wife still works too, so.
Oh, cool. She's essential.
Yeah, she's an executive at the VA hospital.
Oh, fire! Hell yeah!
So she's stayed. That's how I hear everything, because all they do is talk all day. They're with the doctors all day. Yeah. So, you know, that's how I found out about what I know about the Purdue.
Yeah.
Because they got to go to all the doctors have to know, and then they have to figure it out together. And then the board goes back and they make a decision. So they shut the Purdue plant down. So
my mom's a nurse too. She's she works at the cancer part though. Cancer.
But that's serious.
Oh no, but that's what I'm saying. Like she can't even like be in like once she comes home from work, she stays in her house. Like when I come to see her, we like kind of have to almost talk through a window. Like she doesn't want any chance of like getting anybody else sick if she contracts it in there, or catching it and giving it to the patients and shit. So like she's been isolated.
That's crazy. The cancer is serious too, because their immune system is gone.
No, exactly. So she has to be fucking isolated from the world, literally. It's fucked up, man. So
see, my wife's side, she doesn't see patients or anything like that. Her thing is that she has the backside of like the essential sides, like nurses and doctors, is the executives, the ones that have to put in that work. They have to get everything for you. Fighting for your supplies, fighting for the ventilators, fighting for the mask, dude, and still maintain a day-to-day job that they had to begin with. Yeah. So they're like, my wife's working 12, 14-hour days right now, 6-7 days a week. It's just what it is until it's over, you know. But
that's the thing. You can't do shit, though.
No, we can't do nothing. And I mean, I don't even want to be that. I don't want to leave it negative. I don't want to be that negative.
Exactly. But it's literally it's the world, legit, bro. It's not legit. Delaware. It's not like Dover. It's fucking the world, bro.
I feel bad for people, man, because there's and I see, and you know, I don't follow. All I follow, my life, I live and breathe is tattooing. So all I can ever talk about is tattoo artists, because like all I follow is tattoo
I just scroll tap.
Yeah, so you see what happened with him, like great. Like we were talking the other day. Mel did a rendition of the cartoon. You know cartoon, right? You know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
So he reposted her drawing of something he did. He did a tattoo, and then she kind of made it her own, completely her own, but did it and mimicked it, and he liked it so much he shared it.
Oh shit!
Man, she's on cloud 9.
Hell yeah, that's awesome,
yeah.
dog.
And he's an OG as shit. Like he's been around.
Yeah, bro.
That's what his commercial he did. So he did a commercial way back in the day, right? When I first opened East Coast Inc., I did a commercial because I watched his commercial, right?
Oh shit!
But it was West Coast style. You know, they a little bit more up the style with shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like he had killed his shit. His commercial was kind of production back then. It wasn't the shit. It was kind of ghetto, but it was good at that time. And then I put out mine. I was like, oh, shit, ugly as fuck. It didn't look good at all. Because you had to put up money that people weren't willing to put up to do the commercials. Because you had to pay for the people to come out, and they didn't have what we have now. Like now, my production guy, he's good, and we have a team. This is just we try to keep everybody separate because of quarantine. We just have quarantine together through this whole thing to try to stay safe. Gracie has, I have, he has. So that's why we're here. But like Stefan, he can't really because his immune system's shot.
Yeah.
Like we have people with that, and that sucks because I think like everybody being stuck in this house like this, we're just going crazy. And I'm hoping that this helps people like just stop watching the news, stop getting on Facebook. Like I don't even get on Facebook anymore.
Me neither, bro.
I get on there just like for my family things. I need to go through it.
Just the family.
I need to go through it though and just delete a whole shitload of people because I can't even see half my family anymore.
Yeah.
And it just worked with Instagram for my business side because Facebook, you go on there, you just be like, oh, I hate my life.
Yeah.
And you get on Instagram, it's like, okay, all tattoo artists posting drawings and pictures. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Instagram's like the only social. I've never had Twitter ever.
I have Twitter, but I don't even know what I'm doing with the damn thing.
Yeah, I've never really had one. It's just I'd rather just watch Instagram videos of tattoos and shit.
I love the videos. And then they'll get some good ones going and then scroll, you can watch all of them. Like, oh, that was good, that was good.
Dude, that's like Instagram, yo, it fucks me up because like I'll get done a tap, right? And be like, yo, that shit was fucking fire. So I'm like, cool, you know? And then like I'll post it and then like I'll scroll and then like the next tap will be just somebody else and it's fire and I'm like, yo, I suck, bro. Like that's so much better than my shit. I need to get like that.
But that's that push, man.
Oh yeah, nah, it's motivation. It is.
Fuck
it is.
yeah, that's motivation.
Yeah. But for real, there's some fucking art, bro. When you'll find artists though that like have like 7,000 followers, and you're like, how the fuck? And they're amazing.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even know how they do what they can do
because they don't have the right promotion.
Yeah, or they're just in like a horrible area, like weird countries that nobody fucking knows about, so they don't get the recognition.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You bring them somewhere like here, and they just snap. The States is good for that.
Yeah,
that's why I like it here. It's cheap.
Yeah, dollars cheap. Bro.
And there's so much money here. There is.
Yeah.
There's people sleep on it. I'm working with some restaurants and I'm buying some restaurants and I'm doing some things, right? But these little mom and pop spots, I'm with one right now. They're doing $360.
Yeah, bro. Dirty shit, dude.
Like what? It's $7,000 profit in a day. I'm like, okay, we looking at numbers.
Yeah.
$23,000 for Diner Dash or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
DoorDash.
DoorDash.
The DoorDash was $23,000 just in 1 month.
Jesus Christ.
Like they're killing it. I'm like, shit, we're doing numbers and people are sleeping on this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm opening up one now. We got kind of stopped with this whole thing. We're in the middle of opening another one called the Biker and the Baker.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's like more of American down south food.
Ah, dope. Hell
good
yeah,
shit. Like just And he's a biker dude. That motherfucker got a beard. He looks like the biker. But I've known his wife before I knew him. She used to come into the shop when we were over there, like 8 years ago. And she used to always come in and bring us shit, like bring us cupcakes, bring us all this stuff. And then I had to slow her down a little bit because I was like, listen, I'm trying to diet, girl. You don't get me like, I'm going back up. So she stopped for a while, but and then, so he approached me one day and he was like, I had said I was going to work with some people and I wanted a little video from him. I said, dude, just come talk to me. Let me see what your proposal is. He read it. He had it in his head. He didn't even have it on paper. He had it so scripted. He knew exactly what he was doing, how he was doing it. but didn't even know how he was going to do any of it.
Yeah.
He just knew how he wanted to do it, but he needed somebody to show him. I did it one day. I opened up his whole business. One day. And got him all licensed, insured, and like that's all it takes is like somebody to give you that little bit of boof.
Yep.
And that's what I'm trying to do. So that's what I'm trying to do. And then like when you're ready to open, man, besides just them, if you ever need advice, I'll be there.
For sure, dog.
Because I'm not that person.
No,
I wouldn't even care if it was across the street.
I know that.
I don't care.
Bro.
That's just more like I know how it feels to want something bad enough, but not being able to get it because you don't know how to do it.
Absolutely.
Right? I just figured out how to get the payroll. I was over here struggling with this paperwork, and I'm like, dude, I don't even know what the hell. I sat here for 45 minutes, and then had to go back and do the shit over again because it said I timed out because I was looking for something on my taxes because I had to give them like some number that I didn't know the exact number to.
Yeah.
So I'm like scrolling through it. I guess I looked too long. I went back. I done did this whole fucking thing. I had to do it 3 times.
I suck at all of that. Anything that has to do with like yeah.
So, but good part is I'm pretty sure that when this is done, I should be able to get them paid for while they're not working. So that'll be good. And that's the part of like the business side of it that you don't want to deal with.
No, exactly.
So not having an employee might be good.
Mm-hmm.
I want my employees though, because I need this for me, for my happiness, my depression, and for you, an apprentice. But find like that hungry one. What I would tell you is find that one that has a gift that really just you can't explain it.
Yeah.
And change a life, man. Change a life is inspiring.
It is, bro.
I changed her life for that. She quit, and I didn't tell her to, and I told her that she should finish, and she was like, "Fuck no." But she quit nursing school to do this.
No shit.
Because she hated nurses. She was like, "I didn't want to be a nurse," and she said it on the podcast, and I didn't even know it. She says, I didn't even want to be a nurse. My mom just said it's always a guaranteed job. She's like, but she had a birth defect when she was born, so she lived on the hospital a lot, so she hates the hospital.
Yeah.
So she's like, why don't I want to be a nurse?
No, absolutely.
And now she's doing what she loves, and she's like, I would rather work and just tattoo than anything in the world. I don't want to be a nurse. I don't want to be shit.
And that's like I tell people all the time, bro. Like, just do, if it makes you happy, do it. And if it doesn't, then fucking change it. But it's not easy, man. Like I love to talk, like, and like, you know, try and like inspire people. But
it's
the
not
one
easy.
thing I want people to know is everything I tell and everything I say, like about like motivational shit, changing yourself, anything. Like, I fucked up so many times trying to get it right with everything I've tried in life. I have never gotten anything perfect once, ever. Well, no, I lied. I went to rehab one time, never been back. You know what I mean? That was, but whatever. But other than that, I went to detox a bunch of times, but like actually rehab. But yeah, it doesn't matter. You fail and fail and fail, but you just keep trying and keep trying, and every time you fail, you learn.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
What do they say? If you don't want to lose a fight, then don't fight.
Yeah.
You don't know. This is life. You gotta live your life.
Exactly.
You're gonna take hits, man. Like, I took one last year, a bad one. Almost lost my marriage over it.
No shit.
I invested way too much money, and it was more out of my comfort zone I've ever put up.
Yeah.
And when I did it, my wife was like, "Motherfucker," and I still did it. I still pushed and pushed. And didn't say nothing, and then was taking, and she didn't even know I was still gripping money out of it. Nothing that she's ever seen. It's not her money. It's my money. But we have money together, and we have our own money. So it's my business's money. But man, just watching it go, and not coming back in, and then the stress level I started getting to, my depression started hitting heavy. I was going bad.
This shit is real, dog. Depression is real.
My wife looked at me one night, and she was like, "If you don't fucking change it and do something, I'm fucking leaving you." I was like, I shut it down the next day. I told everybody, I was like, yo, this shit done. I'm done. I'm not losing my wife over this. Because I look at it like this. You almost need that one person to help you help yourself.
Fuck yeah, bro.
And that's what she is to me.
Yeah.
I help her. She helps me. When we got together, we were both in a financial state where we weren't like making what we wanted. We weren't where we were in our career we wanted. And since we've been together, both of us have went up on careers so much that we're comfortable.
Yeah.
We live it's just dumb comfortable. Like, it's not a stress. It shouldn't be a stress,
Absolutely.
right? So that's what, and I mean, even with this, we have like a stress, but we don't have a stress. Because if something's wrong, I'll just get the money.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'll get money from somewhere else, and we'll be all right. I'll make something work. And that's where I want everybody to feel like, And I feel in this industry, it's easy to do that. If you do it right, you gotta learn how to put it away. There's percentages, like 30%. So what I do is I just take a 30% draw and everything else goes into a safe.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, dog.
It's hard.
Yeah, oh yeah, but you make sure that it's it's there though.
And I feel like with the amount of money you can make and the amount of money you're making, you know how it is easy it is to spend it too.
Oh, dude, it's so easy. That's how it was for a while. Yeah. Like I don't like that's like it's not like I fucking like when the first couple of years of tatting, bro. Like I was spending. Well, I actually really only been making like good money, dog, for like a solid like year and a half.
Yeah,
I would say Like before that, I was making like $1,000 a week or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, so like it hasn't been that long since I raised my price a lot within like 6 months.
I saw that.
Yeah, because I got better and started getting different clientele and shit.
Well, you jumped and then jumped again.
Exactly. Yeah, I jumped twice within like 5-6 months.
Man, shit costs different now.
Yeah, and really I just boiled it down to supply and demand, bro. Once my demand got to like, once I was like, yo, I'm a year booked out and I'm constantly having 10 people hit me a day. You know what I mean? At the time, like I was like, dude, there's no like I'd rather raise my price and lose a lot of them clientele, and keep the ones that are like, yo, I'm willing to pay what you're worth, and still pay. You know what I mean? And that's, dude, my clientele are awesome.
It's a mindset.
Awesome.
But that's a mindset, and that's the good part is because now you have the clientele that you know.
Exactly. It's all about how you market yourself, bro. Yeah. Really, it's all about how you market yourself. Like, if you market yourself one way, you're going to get certain clientele. You know what I mean? So like, whatever your aesthetic is, and like I said in the beginning, bro, our work speaks for itself. Yep. Your shop speaks for itself. The lab speaks for itself. Like, you don't need to fucking,
It's a brand.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you branding yourself.
100%.
You're branding a mark in the industry that people are going to know you for the rest of your life.
Yep.
Because you never gave up. You never stopped growing. Your art's getting better. Dude, y'all are killing it. I'm giving this. I can't even explain it to you because I think watching every one of you guys go up and, your stories, it's like, yeah, that's what people need to see.
Yeah.
That's what people need to hear. That's what people need to see for the industry on the outside of it. The people that don't see this stuff is like, it's like trying to tell somebody what to pay. Like, if you don't do that to a car dealership. You don't do that. If you want that Cadillac, you can buy the Cadillac price. You want that Mercedes, you can pay that Mercedes price. That's just how it works. Like, in this industry, there's low level, and it just goes up. You upgrade, and it's a standard, and it sets the standard from the house. The house sets the standard, and then everybody in the house holds the standard. That's why you guys are growing so fast, because of that reason. Y'all all have high standards, and keep it. Don't let it go.
Nah, definitely.
Don't let that go. Don't let that go, man. I'm loving it. I'm love watching it. I think I like the Instagram stories the most. The shit talking ones. Now that everybody's not working together, y'all ain't talking as much shit.
Yo, I feel like I haven't even been on social media like barely at all.
There's only like 6 people that I actually follow on my. Only thing I look at Instagram is some of the videos.
Yeah,
and it's usually like I see yours, and I think because I watch it so because it. If you click one,
it just keeps popping up.
It just keeps. So I just keep watching that one. Then I have everybody who works here, and then I have a couple other artists that I watch, like Doug Prulindo, or however you say it. You ever seen it? No. Oh, dude, this dude, I gotta show you.
What's his name? Doug?
Yeah, look at Douglas. Like his black and gray. You've seen his work.
I probably haven't.
I know you have. Everybody has, but because he did a portrait of that kid. But I've been following him for a long time. This guy.
Oh yeah. His
work's fire.
He's a fucking beast, yo.
He don't talk. I'm trying to get him on the podcast now.
Hell yeah.
We gotta get a translator though. He don't speak English. He talks to me on Instagram, so he just writes it, and then I gotta put it in Google. Copy and paste it and all that shit. But he be hooking me up though. He's actually why I like him so much is because you see how dope of artist he is, but he talks to you. If you got a question and want to know something, I hit him up like, hey, he'll answer it. Because he does, like, what I see is, like, different ways of black and grays. Like, some people leave negatives to help for the, and he goes all the way in to the detail, to the final detail. That shit's hard as hell to do. And he's doing one of them big-ass pieces in a day. but he's also using a different type of stencil machine. He's using that printer machine.
That like does the whole purple gradations and shit.
Yeah, I have all that coming for supplies. I ordered that to keep it for to sell.
Yeah, no shit.
The ink and all. Yeah, it's the shit because he prints out his portrait and it looks just like.
I know. I see people using it. Does it wipe?
It's a fucking printer. You go buy it. You can buy the printer at Staples.
Oh shit. Fuck, dude.
You can buy them. They sell the bitch at Walmart. It's just the ink that you put in it.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, you got to buy the cartridge, set up the kit, and then you just get the ink, and it's not that much, I think. And I think you get 500 prints, I think, off of one bottle. Yeah, I just ordered. Yeah, we got one in here coming. Because he had just talked to me. I just talked to him about that. He was like, "Oh, I did a whole thing on it," and then he clicked me onto the link and he showed me how to do the steps and all. Yeah. So I'm just going to use that video and put it out, but in English, so we can understand it. Because it's real simple, and I think I haven't used it yet, and that's what the S8s were trying to do it for a while, you know. But you know, when that bulb gets hot, man, it just melts the paper. It doesn't give you.
Dude, our stencil machine, bro. We fucking spent $1,000 on the stencil machine. It breaks in a week, bro. A week.
What I've been fighting with, and this is the thing I'm doing right now, is in this industry, right? All of the industries our industry, what I've noticed is a lot of companies have come up, right, off of the strength of where was the recognition in it? Who did the long time studies on these things to see if they lasted for a long time, right? I literally bought that same one you had, right? And now I'm over here with a China-made 151 that I've had for 5 years. Ain't never fucked up. I can go over that bitch and print something right now, and she gives me a clean ass stencil every time.
That's how I got a little portable joint. When my brother, the JP.
And you still probably pay
$500.
Yeah, but brother they have a name.
Oh yeah, no, it's perfect, dude. It's great.
But that's what I mean is like I have the good one, and then I have that one, and I even have the old Thermofax because I keep them all. I use whatever one I feel works best for what I'm doing. So, I mean, I'm trying to study everything to figure out what I want here, so that way I can sell it in my supply store. You know, and that's why I'm trying to keep it. Like, I'm only doing the tri-state area. I'm not even promoting anywhere else. And what I'm noticing now is because I'm getting a lot of mail back. A lot of these tattoo shops ain't making it. I've gotten about 150 back already. I'm like, damn, man, that sucks. Because I ought to spend it the right way. And because what'll happen is, in my opinion, the 8, it's a lot. 3 to 4 artists could be a good number where you can just revenue a good check and have a nice location and live wherever you want and be comfortable, right? When you're with this many, it's just harder. Like when you have 8 people, it's a lot harder because it's like you want to make sure
everybody's cool,
everybody's good. So then you stop worrying so much about your work.
Exactly.
So that's where I would say is find that comfort zone and where you're at growth wise. Like if you see you're tattooing and you're not getting any more better, like you're looking like, fuck, I still ain't got there, I ain't got there yet. That means you don't have somebody behind you pushing you that's your right, that keeps you moving that way. So always keep somebody on your heels with you. That way helps you grow.
Exactly.
And then, you know, treat your employees like you treat your family.
Of course.
That's just how I feel. And I feel like it's just easy because just like you know you can leave anytime or Dan or anybody can go where they want, that's how I feel here. I feel like I miss it when I leave though. Like if I go on vacation for a week, after a week I'm antsy.
Yeah, me too, bro.
I went to
get back to the shop.
Fuck yeah, you miss it. I was in Dominican Republic after the 3rd day, 4th day, like motherfucker, man, I just want to be back.
It's just a vibe, bro. It's just like the energy that we keep together, you know what I mean? It's just dope.
Yeah, that's why I want to open up a shop with everybody in here, one and every one. Look, Stefan's here. So that way I can do, I can have, I can go to any state I want. Like, I want one out in California, down in Miami. Just have Pete in Miami, Mel out in California. I just like I'll be over in a little bit. You know, that's how I want. That's the feel I want. I want to be able to do that. That's the move I want to make. But I don't know if Pete would leave. Mel would go. Mel would go in a heartbeat in California, and I'll open up a shop in California for him.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I think that's really my 2 locations. It's going to be Cali or Florida. I just don't know where. But like which one? Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm going first. You know what I mean? First.
Which one first? You know what I mean? I feel like you first. Miami.
That's what I think.
You know why? Because you still would have Dan close enough. I know. Because that's like his spot.
Yeah, it's not far. It's a 2-hour drive. You know what I mean? It's not 6 or a 2-hour flight. I'm sorry, not 6. So that's what I think too. Bro.
You can see family. Yeah, definitely cheaper flights back and forth if you're really on a pinch one year. Yeah, you definitely can. I think Miami.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's like Dan's hand spot too.
Oh, yeah, Dan is everybody down there, bro.
Yeah, so you already have like a foot in the door.
For sure.
Because he can give you in the right direction.
Yeah, Dan.
Even if you go down to work with somebody.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah. I've met. Dan has introduced me to a lot of like big name artists, man. You know what I mean? He's definitely showed me like people that I could like probably hit up and be like, hey, can I work with you? Can I get a job if I move down there or something?
Yeah. And there's quite a few.
Yeah.
There's shops all over. See, I'm more of like I think if I was to go somewhere, you know what I want? I want to be like in the mountains somewhere, like just rivers and lakes. And
like
just
Colorado or something?
Yeah, I want to ride 4-wheelers with my kids. I want to do that type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need the city life at all anymore.
Me neither, bro. Me neither.
I don't need it because I don't want the traffic. I don't want none of that shit.
That's the main thing is the traffic, bro.
Yep.
The traffic.
And like you live in Philly, so you got damn.
No, I live actually. It's like 20 minutes south of Philly. Okay. It's in PA though. Yeah.
So you're in PA.
I'm in Delco, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know where that. Yeah. What is it that you drive anyway? What is that?
It's a 2018 AMG E63S.
E63.
So there's an E63 and an E63S. And then there's also, I'm pretty sure, like looks like a not a hatchback, but like a wagon version of it. Yeah. I don't have the wagon. But, yeah, bro, that shit is dope, bro. It's got 603 horsepower, 627 pounds of torque. Fucking, that bitch is mean.
Did you do anything to it since you got it?
I got the rims wrapped black. I got it tinted. I got all the accents, like, wrapped black. I was planning on getting the actual car wrapped, like, right before summer, but now with all the shit, it's like, fuck, who knows if summer's even gonna happen?
Ain't that the truth? So what color are you gonna do?
I don't know. That's a tough, because I'm obviously gonna have the car forever. I can't. That's a car you gotta kind of keep. I'm stuck with that shit, which is totally fine. So I'm gonna change the car, like the color, a bunch of times. Like,
now, did they let you lease that out longer than 3 years or 5 years? How long? 7 years, right?
Yeah, seven.
All right, so it's still that way. 7. Okay.
Yeah. So, so I traded I had a Beamer, I had like a little 3 Series Beamer, it was alright, you know what I mean, but it wasn't like it wasn't fast, it wasn't like nothing like
it wasn't what you wanted.
Yeah, it wasn't what I wanted, so I traded that shit in, and then they put me in that one. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You'd be surprised though, because there's like, I'll give you an example. So I do advisories, right? So I do a lot for other businesses, but like bigger businesses that are established, right? And they're trying not to lose money, but they don't know how to create, like how to get rid of it without hurting them, without hurting employees. So I show them how ways to do that, right? So that's the stuff that helps with me, is because what it is usually you forget a step or two, or you're leaving something out so simple that could just be if somebody says, hey, change this, and you change that, you see a difference.
Yeah,
like, okay, yeah.
For sure.
So like anything is, I take all criticism. Even if it's just good. I like constructive, I like negative, I like it all. I know you ain't got no negative, but I mean.
No. I mean, bro, I really, the best advice, though, I give you is just keep fucking doing what you're doing. Just seem like you're fucking,
yeah, I'm trying.
You know what I mean? Killing it, like, with all aspects. Like, because you do, like, tattooing is, like, a huge part of your life. You have so much more going on outside of this, though, that, like, I probably don't even know the half of it, but I can just tell. You know what I mean?
Well, the reason is because I think why I did that, though, was because I wanted to make sure that this was always, like, taken care of, and everybody that works for me is fed. Yeah, like I don't like feeling like they're not fed. Like, and even to now, none of them are really broke yet. They're just getting there. So it makes me feel better that I know that they're not broke. But if they're broke, they know they gotta call me, and they get that message. Like, if you need me, get me.
Yeah. I help. You know, I help out whenever I can with friends and family. For sure.
You're select, man, but make sure it's the ones that you know that would have.
For sure, that would do it back.
Yeah, because man, people take advantage of people.
They do. And that's one thing I've learned about people. Yeah. You know what I mean? But, you live and you fucking learn.
Yeah, he's got a nice spot. The view, I seen him working out. He was bagging me up with the damn push-ups. Cereal. That shit there.
That shit was hilarious.
You know why though? Because you know where we laughed? Because I had just finished the challenge where I had to do 20 of them bitches.
Oh shit.
So I was like, fuck, man, this motherfucker over here doing it over there eating cereal.
I should say Dan is such a funny dude, yo. Dan is he doesn't put much on the stories. Like, he's not like Dan's like, he's not shy at all. He's not shy whatsoever. But he's not like he's not like a person that like is good with like doing shit on social media, I guess, with like funny shit.
Yeah.
But when he does, I'm like, bro, you're fucking hilarious, dude. Like, you gotta do it more, you know. But
he's probably thinking people are judging him or something. Who
maybe,
cares? Who gives a fuck?
That's what I never do. I don't give a fuck. I've said
no,
some
you can tell you
shit
don't.
before. I don't give a damn.
I think out of all three, you're probably the one that doesn't care the most.
Oh, everybody knows.
And then Jeezy's next, and then Dan.
Yeah. No, yeah, Dan,
you're building Jeezy up to get like.
I'm trying, man. That's why I try and tell people, like, just express yourself. Yeah. Be you. Get. If you want to talk some shit on Instagram, go on Instagram. That's what it's for.
The people that are on your same mind, they'll be right there with you. They'll understand.
Yep, exactly.
And see, I relate to him and his girl because that's just me and my girl. Like, I just good relationships.
Yep.
Like, they're hard to find. Somebody got your back like that.
Bro, it's hard to find a good relationship, though.
Especially nowadays with technology.
Yeah.
Social media, them DMs be running.
I mean, I feel like it sucks, bro, because, like, I don't know, for a while, though, like, don't get me wrong, I've had my fun, you know what I mean? So, like, but I feel like once you get to a certain age, it's like, you just realize that shit ain't really, like, at a certain age, it's like, you know, partying and, like, you know,
hitting up all the bitches.
Oh, hitting up all the chicks and all that. It's like, it gets to a point, bro, where it's just, it's old. It's too much energy. It's too fucking draining. So that what you were saying earlier, like, finding a person, bro, that, like, one, like, a girl or a guy with whatever people are into, that, like, can, like, that y'all can, like, be the partners. You know what I mean? Like,
because how can you grow a business, right? How can you grow yourself if you got to worry more than you can do anything else? If I got to worry about you and my phone, any of my shit, and if the crazy part is all my stuff's linked to everything, so everybody sees all my messages. I don't even care. I don't do nothing anymore. Like I used to. None of us in the tattoo industry. I said the other day, it's like a rock star lifestyle. Like you kind of live a lifestyle for a while. If you let it, and then you get overloaded with requests and just dumb shit, you start leading the wrong path, especially with women and just everything, spending money for nothing. So you go through those stages, right? But once you get out of them stages and you're into that stage you're in now, your mindset now, if you can keep that mindset and you find that one,
bro, dog, like, I swear to God,
find her, that's all.
Motherfuckers can call me a corny or fuck whatever, dog. I can't wait till I settle down, bro. I really can't. But like you said earlier, you gotta set standards, bro. I have high standards. I'm not just gonna settle for any girl that, like, wants to, like, make me, like, feel happy.
Listen, you wanna know what my credentials are? Good. You gotta have a job. I need to know your fucking mom and dad. We gotta do an interview. What's your credit looking like? You know, where you at financially, how educated are you? I need to know a lot of questions. You ask me what you need to know. We can interrogate each other. Because at the end of the day, I need to know what we have in common to make sure that this is going to work.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's what I feel like is so fucked up. Is that so many people are worried so much more of, like, what the outside world would think of you and your relationship. Or, like, what the person, like, you know, they have to, like, look like this, or, like, they have to fucking do this. It's like, no, motherfucker, you need to connect, dog. You need to be on the same mental, because, like, and no offense to any of my exes, like, but I was never, like, it was cool, like, there was definitely great times, bro, but, like the mental connection, like, that I thought was there was never really there. You know what I mean? Like, we just were not similar enough.
If you're in a growth, your woman has to be in a growth.
Exactly.
If you're in a down and out, your woman got to figure out how to get you out of that down and out.
And vice versa. When she's down, you got...
You fucking right. It has to be a team. You got to treat that shit like we're battling together. Because if not, when they're down and out and you're just treating them like shit, it makes them worse.
Exactly.
And in this industry, you know it just as much as I do. We're on our phones so much. We're texting people back so much. We're drawing so much that you start to lose a little bit of connection with your woman because they might start thinking, oh, you're on the phone texting somebody, when it's really you're just responding to
But then you're like, all right, word. Who? What the fuck? Like, nah.
But see, those are things eventually will go away. Once you find the right one.
That's what I'm saying. They if they are there in the beginning, they should go away fast. Because there should be proper conduct, fears no exposure, bro. If you know you're not doing nothing wrong, there should be no argument. You know what I mean? There should be.
You're always gonna have an argument, but that's just because you're two different human beings. But like I know what you mean.
You should be that little petty bullshit. You know what I mean?
Like phone shit, like that's dumb shit. Where we're working. Like I know when I pick up that phone, like I know I got messages out they're just blowing me up. And I know I gotta get back to them because then you feel bad when you don't.
Yeah,
like, I haven't got back to most of my clients yet because all of my business stuff has been flooding me to the where I couldn't even get to this part of it yet. So hopefully by next week I'll be caught up and then I can hit all my clients and kind of give them some kind of acknowledgement, but I don't even know what to say. What do you say,
bro? Like, what the fuck do you even say?
I tell them March 15th is what we're told so far. I'm not taking deposits yet. I'm not doing anything because I don't want to take a deposit and you get mad at me because they say June.
Exactly.
I can't.
And then also it's like they know just as much as we know, bro. Yeah. Like it's like I don't know what to tell them. So it's like I can't.
Nope. You're doing it right. Yeah. Like anything, just post the thing like you said, like on your live. Say, hey, listen, guys, I'll get to you guys. I promise. Yeah. As soon as I know, you'll know. Yeah. The hardest part is, as artists, man, you're booked out like a year. You said?
No. So that's a whole. So I was, but now, bro, kind of thankful for this Corona shit because it got I have to reschedule the past month and a half. Right?
Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah.
After that, bro, I have nothing.
That's
in my
what
books,
I
bro. Completely open for the first time in my fucking career. My books are open.
See, I never talked about that until you guys started talking about it. I was like, I don't know why I don't talk. I close my books for 2 months. I do 2 months and all.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 2 months. I don't even think 3. I thought 3 at first, but I'm thinking 2, bro. I think 2's perfect.
I don't. For me, 2's just always made me feel because what happens is my wife will be like, babe, I want to go on vacation.
Exactly.
I want to do this.
Then you have to reschedule everybody that week because if you go, you know what I mean?
We went to Dominican Republic, right? So it was a last minute thing. My brother-in-law's coming from Afghanistan. He's been over there a year and a half. She wants to see him, so she's like, he's going to Dominican Republic. Oh, mother couldn't come to state, but I was like, all right, let's go. So we went, but I had to reschedule all them. And I'm like, damn, man, it stresses us just as much. Yeah. Because you know what they're thinking. Like, oh, they took off work. They did this. They did that. They've been waiting a month. Exactly. So I feel like anything over 2 months, like with you when you were booked a year, all I thought to myself when I saw you say that, I was like, God forbid something happened.
Bro, you want to hear the worst part about it? And motherfucker, this kind of makes me sound a little dumb. I booked a year out, bro. Didn't take a single phone number. I just put names in the book, son. Dude, I was brand new to tat, and I was like, how does all these people want me to tattoo them? Okay, you want it? I'll just write your name down. Bro, for a year, son.
And you don't know if I even looked at, probably half of them didn't even contact
me. I had so many cancellations, no shows, fucking rescheduling, dude, it was horrible, bro. It was horrible. It was horrible, bro.
Well, you got that down packed now?
That's what I'm saying. I have nobody in my books. I'm so excited. I have no more bullshit to worry about.
I see that. Does your shop manager handle your
Nah, he does. I think he does Jeezy's, but he doesn't do mine. No.
You should. Is he allowed?
He can, but see, I'm so particular, bro.
No, but this is how I would tell you because it breaks a lot of stress off you.
No, it does. Yeah.
When they text you or call you, you just say how many hours, how long, the day, and have them call. Yeah. That way you don't fuck up because half the time when you're responding, you drive down the fucking road, you're taking a shit because you stopped something to do something. Yeah. Like you never respond back unless you really got time. Right now you got time. Yeah. But when you're working.
But my thing, bro, with having somebody do that is like I did for a while. I had a booking manager type of person, but I'm so particular of what I tattoo. Like I turn so many.
Well, no, they have to go through you to book. They basically can contact you and say what they want to get, right? Mm-hmm. Do the whole conversation, but then say call the shop and let the shop put them in.
Oh, well, yeah, but see, the conversation's the hard part to me. Oh, that's the part, that's the part that, if I could choose to do without, that would be, just because it's so time consuming. I love finding out what people want to do, you know what I mean? I love, knowing their ideas and shit, but, just the amount of time, because, say it's a 10-minute conversation through text, right, or through messages. And people don't respond right away. So you're talking for 10 minutes and that's one person. But then when you have, 5 people at the same time hit you up and like you said, you're trying to drive somewhere and then you're trying to do that's what's fucking.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah. And that's what I say to everybody, man, I'm not the texter. I'm not. Yeah, I cannot get into a full depth on. And when I do, it's because I'm putting thought behind it. So I want you to see it. Exactly. But that's when I can sit down and focus on that. Yeah. So realistically, I'm a phone person. I'll be calling you listen, man, what the fuck is it you saying? Because I'm thinking you talk about a squirrel, we're talking about a dog.
And you can never tell the mood of the text through a text. When you talk on the phone, you're like, okay, cool.
Energy.
Yeah, there's more of an energy to it for sure.
That's what's up. Yeah, so I feel like that's like a big thing in this industry for tattoo artists. Any busy artist, that's the hardest part is keeping up with the text messages. 100%. And then you go back and you'll see one that you didn't get back to, and you're like, shit.
and then you feel bad. Like, yo, there's probably so many clientele, so many people out there that have probably came to my shop for a consultation, and like we talked about the whole thing, and then their text got so far down on my phone that I've never responded to them, and they were probably like, oh fuck, like does he not want to do it? Did whatever, like, and the fact was no, like I literally just haven't seen your text because it's thousands of texts back then.
That's exactly what I
feel so bad for that shit. But
I had an older lady come in, we connected, she wanted to get this piece for her husband that passed, and like we had a whole what we were gonna do, and then she was like, you kind of ghosted me after that. I was like, I didn't ghost you, you didn't set an appointment. I get to my drawings a week before my appointment, so I can stay in the headspace of what I'm about to do, because all of it's a story, and if I can't be in the story when I'm doing it, I can't stay passionate about it as much. That's how I get passionate. So like I usually from Monday, if I have a tattoo on Tuesday, I do that one on Monday, and I just stay ahead of it like that. And that's how I always work, because I can't. And I mean, I always start with my consultations. I start the sketch up so they can see what we're both on the same page, and then I'll go from there. So
I fucking if the appointment's booked, like whenever every day I go into work, unless I know the client personally, I have no idea what I'm doing that day. Like as I'm walking into the door, but I know that I booked it, so I know that's something I want to do. So I'll like sit down with the client, you know, I'll come in, I get set up, whatever, and I'll sit down, and then we'll go over the other day, and I get the design done then, like that day. And I'll design for like 2-3 hours or whatever, and then we get to tatting at like 2-3 o'clock, something like that, and get until it's done.
So what time do you start? 12?
Yeah, I get in there at 12, and then like I said, 2-3 o'clock to start tatting. And then I'll usually tat for like, I usually tap out after like 8, like me tattooing, like 8 hours, 7 hours is like my max for like being really, like I've gone longer, and I can go longer if I fucking want to, but like
focus.
Exactly, bro. For me to like really focus and put my all, because people don't understand how draining tattooing is. Like sitting down, bro, and being so focused on a piece of art on somebody's skin that's going to be there forever, that if you fuck up one little thing, that's there for life. The amount of pressure and like the mental, we don't really have pressure about it anymore, but just like the whole aspect of it, bro, people don't get how fucking, like after work, bro, I don't want to do nothing.
Nope.
I'm going to go home and relax.
Yep, you go home and sit down.
Yep.
My wife gets on me about that. I'm like, babe, and I still go home and help a little bit, but by 7:30, 8 o'clock, I'm just like, and it's draining, especially because that's what I do is bigger sessions. I only do half days and full days. I don't do anything else. So like a full day will wear your ass out, especially if it's something real like detail oriented. Don't give me a whole bunch of line work bullshit. I don't want it.
I don't do that.
God, don't give me that shit. I give that right to Pete. That's like Pete's happy place.
Pete's always been a fucking beast at line work.
He's getting so much better and better every day too.
Hell yeah,
he's growing so fast. His clientele be good. His clientele's good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he got from where he was to where he is. It's like I love watching the growth.
I've seen a lot of like artistically growth, and then, you know what I mean, his tats been getting better for sure.
I want to see him use his blacks more.
Yeah, I wanna sit down with Pete and give him some advice. Just one-on-one advice though, but because dude, Pete's working with me. Pete's done a bunch of my shit, bro. Pete's my fucking homie.
Yeah, he needs like that next level.
Dude,
I'm not a black and gray artist, so I can't give it to him.
There's a couple things, bro, that I can tell him that if he takes, bro, I feel like it'll change a lot about his tats. Simple stuff, very simple. And it's not doing anything wrong. It's nothing bad. It's just little tricks, like little things that like, yo, don't do that, and it'll look 10 times better. You know what I mean? Like different. It'll look, you know, you'll get the look that you're looking for.
He's leaving certain things out or putting certain things in.
A little bit, yeah.
We don't need to talk about that. I know.
Yeah.
I know you try to keep
his work is great. Don't get me wrong.
You try to keep the little secrets.
Yeah. But there's just it's not even like secrets. It's just like stuff that he does that like I could just point out real quick and that. Yeah. Like it's simple stuff.
You got to come down and work with him one day.
Yeah,
he talks highly of you anyway. You know him and you were cool.
That was my boy, bro. Like that was my like even before I was tatting, bro. That was my fucking dog. Yeah, that was my homie.
He's never not talked good about you. So I always knew that y'all were close.
Yeah, my boy.
And so he'll be excited about that. Cause I get on him, I'm like, dude, man, you're missing like your darks. Like I feel like you're missing some that richness. Like that's all you're missing. The softs are there.
What inks is he using? Is he on Empire too?
No, he won't. He's on to silverbacks.
Still?
Yeah.
He still uses that shit. Dude.
But he doesn't.
He was using that when he tatted me.
But he's not. He's only using 4 and a 2 or something. Like he's not using enough.
All the drops.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what I told you. Gotta break your drops down, man. Your system counts.
Yeah.
Like, it counts.
It definitely does.
And I think like that's probably.
Dude, that's why I love Empire, bro. There's no.
He turned me on to it.
Yeah.
He's the one that freaking gave it to me.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Like one day I was like, "What black and gray you think you like the best out of your sets that you use?" Because he uses that one and another one, and I was like, "I'm gonna try one because I'm gonna do this color piece, but I gotta do all the black and gray under it anyway."
Yeah.
So I used it, and I was like, "Fuck, I didn't even want to change it. I was about to leave the bitch black and gray because that Empire just smoothed in." I was like, "Oh, fuck, this just took like half the time it would regularly take me because I am not a black and gray artist, and I've never because under color." The black and gray don't have to be like that. I just gotta get it in there.
Exactly.
To let the transition.
Two completely different applications to this.
You fucking right. And I've never been that one. And I should probably learn to do black and gray more because I have been getting clientele. But man, that's what I started off as. And back then it wasn't like it is now.
Nah, see that's the thing. Like I don't want to learn color, bro. Just because it would be cool. Like you could, I could probably like maybe get good at it, or I can just keep learning black and gray and put all my effort to
black and gray.
You know what I mean?
Stick to it. Because you know why? What'll happen is, like, color, there's so many different ones.
Yeah.
And some mix good with some and some don't.
I know none of that.
And some of them fuckers will look like they just belong together, and then they won't come together.
Yeah.
So it's just not worth it. Yeah. If you're too far ahead in black and gray, in your years of tattooing, you're already past a level of some people that have been doing it for longer, that are good, that are established, and people know, right? So, my opinion, I'll leave your ass right black gray. Keep it moving. If you want, if you play with color, do it in the eyes or something,
Because I'm still trying to figure out my own style for black and gray. Like I'm still trying to get my niche of like you see like Mark Citizen, and then you see like Robbie Latos, and then you see like just like certain like a Ryan Evans portrait, or like you just see certain people's work and you see it and you're like, that I know exactly who did that.
Yep.
And you've never met them and they live, across the world, but you know their fucking work. Like that's what I feel like separates people.
So that's what you're trying to get to right now.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while, but
not really. What? Not for you. Not for where you've only where you're at now. 4 years of doing is a higher level, right? So like. Look at it like this: when you were down at the beginning of this, you wouldn't. Where you're sitting here today, you wouldn't have thought you were going to be.
Fuck no.
So 4 years from now, you'll be at where you want. You just got to focus on what it is that you want to do, like what it is that you believe 100% that you can kill it and nobody else can.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, like you have the saturation down. You have the smoothness. You're getting that. Like, I don't know what could change you from. I'd have to see what it is that you're really into.
Yeah, that's what I don't even know.
You don't know. You don't have like nothing really that's really caught you yet.
I love like the dark evil shit.
Yeah.
Like that Venom piece I did on my boy Sean's leg. That's probably one of my favorite pieces. Well, definitely one of my favorite, and also one of the most fun I've had.
The richness of it, like how dark. Or
what just the design, just the composition, everything I did with it. I drew a lot with it. I used a lot of, I put just the stencil in there, and then I took my markers and I just kind of went crazy. And like that's, like I was able to like bring like an artistic side out of it, not just like, because most of my work, all of my work pretty much, except for like backgrounds and shit, is like I look at a picture and I put it right here. And I tattoo it exactly how I see it. Or like I'll change little things here and there if I think like a light source should be different here, or if I'm like that should not be there, it should be a little bit different, with like not portraits obviously, but like shit that you can do that with. Like when you're able to draw at like brings the artistic side out of it to where it's not like I'm not just like I'm looking at the Venom and I'm tattooing that, but I also just have a bunch of scribbles with markers and I have to come up with the background and put what tone where to make this push
forward and that push back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the fun part. That's what I enjoy. So I want to be able to do that every day, but I got to figure out how to do that and still be able to do like the exact realism that I like and just be able to come up with my style.
Yeah. Some other artists that I don't know names of, and I'm sorry. Jesse, I think, was the one.
Yeah, shout out Jesse. I don't know y'all Instagrams, but Jesse, Casey, Tommy, Dan, Jeezy, Tim. And then we have one more. He hasn't started there yet, so I don't know if I can like say his name or not. But
Yeah.
you know, you are your fucking beats too, bro. So.
There you go. So he gave you the shout out. I want to thank you guys for coming, viewing the show, watching it. Hope it helped you out a little bit. And you heard his story, got good story, guys. Anybody can do it. And if you ain't, go give him a follow. What's your Instagram?
All one word, Josh Johnson Tattoos.
Just that simple. And once again, he works at the lab. You guys have a great day. Keep that billionaire mindset. I'll see you on the next one. Later.
Hell yeah, man.
Shit, man. I appreciate it. I do too. Don't forget. That's your shit.
Hell yeah.